All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us once again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. And I have the brother Khaled Genesis on with us again tonight, this Saturday night. And tonight we're going to be discussing black entertainers will never invest in the black community. It's never going to happen. And Khaled, let me drop this example on you real quick. Let's talk about gentrification. All right. Let's deal with a place I just left. Let's deal with LA. Right. South Central, Compton, Watts. Rappers have been making rappers probably generated or made billions of dollars just rapping about these three areas in Los Angeles or in Los Angeles County. But none of that money has been circulated into those communities. With all this money, these billions of dollars that have been made, all right, speaking on and rapping on a dysfunction of the black community in these areas. If you go to these areas now, they're all predominantly Hispanic. Yeah. And we have nothing to show for it. Same thing with Harlem. Hell, same thing is going on here in Atlanta.
Detroit, Chicago. All hell's breaking loose in Black America. You know, and like I said, I, for one, am not going to hold my tongue. I'm not going to bow. I'm not going to candy anymore. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm like this. I can appreciate somebody, let's say like 50 Cent, right? He doesn't really give a dang about the community. He doesn't say he cares about the community. He just out for the money. 50 is 50.
Right.
I can respect somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? I can respect somebody like that. But what I don't respect is when people put all these pretensions. And the worst thing is when people, rappers and all these black entertainers get with politicians and going to dictate to us who to vote for. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me stop you right there. Let's deal with this past election. Beyonce and Jay-Z decided to have a free concert for damn Hillary Clinton.
Right, exactly. Now, if my one video that I put up, it was like 6 months before the election. I did a radio show. You know, I said the Donald Trump shuffle, and like I said, a different shuffle that I did over the years. You had I had the Obama shuffle, I had the Hotep shuffle, I had the Bill Clinton shuffle, the Hillary Clinton shuffle, and the last one was the Donald Trump shuffle. You know, the Hotep shuffle was the funniest one. You know, it was my spoof on the conscious community. You know, so okay, right there, Hillary Clinton had $1 billion, right? She refused of that money inside the black community. This is what I'm saying like this. If black people like being disrespected, you know what I'm saying? If you like being disrespected, that's fine. But don't say college Genesis, well, because I don't go along with that crap. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to disrespect. Hillary Clinton had $1 billion. Somebody told her, oh, don't worry about the black vote. They're going to get out there and vote because Obama stomped his feet, talking about, if you guys are my marching soldiers, if you guys let my legacy down, it's like, Negro.
What legacy? What legacy?
This goddamn legacy. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he misread Black America because Jay-Z is up there whispering in his ear, Beyonce, yeah, we got it down. Jay-Z and Beyonce and all these rappers. And I'm telling you right now, the Black America, when it comes to voting and politics, we do not take any of these rappers and entertainers serious. We're much more intelligent than they give us credit for.
I was gonna say that. I just feel as if they feel as if black people are just stupid.
Yeah, but that's exactly what they do. They're stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna segue into something else earlier. I'm gonna add that on to. I'm gonna talk about the divorce and the. Remember I was talking about earlier. Are we going to divorce everything? Maybe we are just children. Maybe we are. Maybe Black America is meant to be a child. You know, 400 years. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we just got accustomed just for them to neglect us, take advantage of us, and tell us anything, and And so, if it works so well for the white man, why would the black entertainers see any different?
Right.
They can come with us and talk bad about us, sell us on drugs, sell us on all this kind of stuff like that. If it works for everybody else, everybody else is getting rich off of the plunder of the black community and our image and everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's Step and Fetch got rich. You know what I'm saying? All these black entertainers back in the day that did the minstrel shows, they got wealthy. You know what I'm saying? It paid the bills. You know? And a movie I would suggest you watch, I said before, Hollywood Shuffle, where Robert Taft was a spoof on black people selling their souls for a role in their movies. You know, I don't trust black entertainers. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust them to do right by Black America. The fact that we got entertainers up there and we look up to these people and whatnot,
Right.
a sickness and a shortcoming in our community, because we the type of people, we worship people who got money. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how you got that money, what you did. You could be Bozo the Clown or Boo Boo the Fool. As long as you could just flash your money and say bling bling and shh with the cash machine and everything, people will take you seriously. Why do you think when there's something major going on in the community, they shove a mic into a face like an idiot like Young Thug or somebody like that?
Right.
Well, what do you? Well, I just. You didn't understand what he said.
Blah, blah, blah. Beat, bam, bam.
Yeah, Young Thug, man.
Fuck. Yes, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And so what I'm saying basically is you cannot trust black entertainers and they're entertainers. They're there to make money. You know what I'm saying? And we have like a pathology in our community where we rely on a few people to speak for us, right? Because this goes all the way back to like the time of Booker T. Washington. White America has figured out, right, how to basically keep us under control.
Right.
They keep only talking to who they think we should talk to, and only letting certain people be the vessel of what we talk to. Now, what it is, they got clever over the years, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's something. Not everybody's going to be a Martin Luther King type integration and all the stuff like that, right? So let's give them a black radical, somebody that can be the voice of the black radicalism and everything. And they gave us the Nation of Islam, you know, of course. So
whoa. All right, you're gonna have to go into that, unpackage that what you just said.
1 second, I'm gonna really count to 10. I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right, okay. Everybody, thank you so much for. I was about to count to 10. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button as you come into the chat. Just hit the like button. We got the brother Caligenesis on with us, and we're just speaking on black entertainers will never invest in the black community. So it's just a fact. We just got to go ahead and because Kanye West and Common were supposed to do something for Chicago 4 or 5 years ago, and it never. Hold up, Sism, what's up, bro? It never manifested. So we just have to come to the conclusion that black entertainers will never invest in the black community.
Oh, let me say.
Go ahead.
The scope of investment in Chicago, the magnitude of that is not something somebody like Kanye West and Common could do. All they could do basically is if they could get together, if they could get together and get these rappers out there and stop killing and stop murdering and all stuff like that, bring peace and something to the community and everything, you'll see Chicago do better. You know what I'm saying? But since that's not going to happen, right? Because as soon after they do the concert, brother, this. All it has to do is take somebody on Facebook, and now we got the internet now. People are making threats
on the internet.
And that's what's going on now. That's why you see the escalation of violence right now. It's because a lot of stuff is fine. The police know that. You're like, okay, somebody said something on Instagram, they made a video showing a gun, the next thing you know, these sort of person, then a shootout happened. That's what's making it, the internet's making it even worse. You know what I'm saying? Before you was if the person didn't hear it or his boy didn't relay the message, whatever, it would die. Now, text messages, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got all these things and everything like that. And the bottom line is everybody's saying, look, if he had a gun, I need a gun. I'm getting strapped. I'm going to be ready for him. So it's like a chaos in the black community. You know what I'm saying? It's chaos. It's utter chaos. You cannot build a community. You cannot build anything when there's that level of violence. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because you can't. Absolutely.
Rule the streets. They don't listen to what I say. They don't listen to Farrakhan say. They don't listen to anybody say. Because the bottom line is that it's a war zone. It's a war zone. So about Common and Kanye a couple of years ago, I guess they were trying to do something, whatever. I I appreciate their heart, and I do believe some people want to really do the right thing and bring people in. But everybody, when people go back home, right, and they go home to their projects and everything, and they get jacked on the way home and everything, or they come back to the house and it got broken into, or somebody just slapped up your little brother, and you got to retaliate, or some dude put his hands on your woman, and all stuff like that, and all stuff escalate. You lose your job, your rent's due, and the only thing you know how to do is sling drugs, whatever, you know. And the bottom line, you owe somebody for re-up money and everything. It's a cycle, and it's so far gone. You know what I'm saying? That one little couple of rappers are not going to change that. You know what I'm saying? And so people say, well, what do you do? But look, let's go back to the origin of Chicago. Let's go back to the origin of all this. You know what I'm saying? It goes back.
But let me stop you there now. Let's go back to the origin. So Chicago,
right?
I guess Chicago, Vegas. You know, a lot of these Italians that established themselves, it was all through mafia, drug money. I guess they just had enough sense to establish themselves in regards to building legitimate businesses via, you know, the mafia gangs, whatever the hell you want to call it. Why haven't, I guess, black celebrities, or just, I guess we'll throw dope boys into the celebrity mix because they're looked at as celebrities in the black community for some reason. Why haven't they been able to do the same thing?
I'll tell you why. Because you understand something, when you talk about Italians, Irish, and everything, these people are still white. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Right.
Drugs and the prohibition and everything, with the hopes that their kids will just be legitimate. They'll have a legit. Remember, the Godfather said, "We're going to go legit one day." That's their dream. Their dream is not to be gangsters. That was something they were drawn into. You know, the bloody, violent streets, the turbulent immigrant America. You know, and a lot of black people who were gangsters. I had my uncle, my great uncle, Nate. Nate was a gangster in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Thing is, let me tell you something about my family. Right now, I had my grandfather. And some of it were Garveyites, right? When Nate came to Harlem, right? He was my grandmother's brother, right? He was a gangster. He went into he was with Bumpy Johnson and all people like that in the 50s and the 40s, and he was with that crowd, And then you got other people who were with the Daddy Gracers. You got all the stuff like that. My family's from Harlem. The point is, Uncle Nate, my mother said she only saw him a few times, but he stayed away from the family. His drugs and heroin, prostitution, everything, he stayed with the family because my family was like, okay, we don't agree with that. Just say you do your own thing. That was back then. It was nothing to be glorified. There was nothing to, you know what I'm saying? He did his life. He wanted to live, whatever like that. He kept it away from his nephews, everything like that. He would never let his involved in any sort of that thing. That was back then. Now what do you got? You got rappers telling kids, yeah, I got this. Get your weight up. You know what I'm saying? Muddy waters. Let's talk about some of the things off the top of your head. What can you talk about? What's going into the minds of the youth? You know
trap, rapping, selling dope. Skeezer. That's it. I got that work. Got that white lady. Got that dog food. Got the dope. Smack a bitch. Skeezer.
Like and what gets me is this the most? It's these white people. They pull up to them on the traffic light, man. They're like in a trance. They're like, this is righteous. They're living vicariously through our destruction. It's a slavery all over again. Just like you would swear when the black people were down there on the cotton field, we were down there on the cotton field getting beaten. They were like, oh man, we're struggling together. We gotta get this cotton out. You know what I'm saying? We're all pulling together. No, I'm on the friggin' field getting beaten like a dog you're gonna reap the rewards of this we ain't all in this together. The slave master swore the whole cotton kingdom with the panics and the cotton prices fall was everybody's responsibility, slave and owner. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same sort of destruction they wreak on us now. You know what I'm saying? They're making millions of dollars off our destruction and everything like that. But we're not getting it. Our community does not benefit from this. They benefit from having a race of people that's basically inferior, down and out, weak, helpless, and defenseless. Like this is police shootings. I see white people. I saw this one comment, right? It really made me freaking mad.
Go ahead.
This white people. It was that Airbus thing. Remember that Airbus thing? You heard about Airbus?
Airbus. No.
Whatever house rental thing.
Airbnb.
Airbnb,
Yeah, Airbnb.
I can't get you on Airbus. Airbnb. Well, one of the comments was, well, what it should have happened was the cops should have came there. They should have been on the ground with the guns drawn, and they should have been on the ground saying, "I didn't do nothing," and the cops blew them away. That would have made a perfect ending to the story. Somebody actually typed that on Yahoo.
Of course, that Yahoo is Storm. Remember the site Stormfront, the little white supremacist site Stormfront.
Yeah, but
that's Stormfront light. Yahoo.
These are people that are your neighbors. These are people that could be on juries, on credit boards, and all these things right here in America. And I'm saying to myself, what the heck is going on? And like I said, it's getting worse and worse because white Americans is telling us how they really felt about us all this time. Now, the whole thing about that, this about black entertainers. They're not going to spend the money in Black America. I like I said, because for one, most black entertainers, their money really comes from white people. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest with you. When Eddie Murphy made Beverly Hills Cop, you think that was all black or no? His audience. When I look at it now, right? Well, what's his first movie? 48 Hours. Eddie Murphy was a comedian, right? That basically was accepted, came from black working class background, Long Island. You know what I'm saying? But he's, I remember he made a comment. Somebody made a comment. He came from the mean streets. Eddie Murphy said, "I had a family and everything. I come from Long Island." I think Rose Long Island. He said, "I came from a good home and everything." And some a writer tried to say he came from the projects or he came from the streets with a broken home. He said, "No, I had my parents there and whatnot." And this show, he would lampoon his father all the time. Like, no, yeah, I did have a father at home, whatever, but that wasn't really me. Right? So, a point is this: taken in by white America. And let's be honest with yourself. When what's that one light skinned dude?
Who?
That's what's his name that was on Soul Train and he ran into the ground. What's that dude?
Oh yeah. He's on the cop show. The model. I'll look it up. Go ahead. I know exactly what you're talking about.
He says he's tired of being seen as. You heard about this, right? He said he's tired of being seen as a black actor. You know what I'm saying?
Shamar Moore.
He basically is tired of seen as a black actor. In other words, basically, he's not getting, even though, Shamar Moore, the females, he's such a pretty boy and everything. He's ready to get that white girl recognition, that white people money. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's trying to get The Rock down. The Rock has not fully identified with being black, right?
Of course not. No.
Saying? Nobody ever talks about that. You know what I'm saying? The Rock is half black and whatnot, but he identifies with being Samoan.
Right.
He's like a white boy. The Rock is like a white guy.
Right.
Or like since everybody likes The Rock.
What's crazy? Why hasn't anybody ever questioned The Rock on that?
Some people do, but people like The Rock so much, right? They like everybody, black people, particularly black women. Everybody likes The Rock so much until he really fucks up and does something. Until he has a Bill Cosby moment or a Chris Brown moment. You know what I'm saying? Then people turn on him. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, people love The Rock. You know what I'm saying? The Rock is The Rock, man. He's just like, okay, this, that, and the other thing, So nobody really expects much out of him like that. Everybody let The Rock be The Rock. You know what I'm saying? He's just The Rock. We get it. We get the whole thing, but he's doing his own thing and everything like that. He said, let The Rock be The Rock.
Right.
And so my point is this: what you don't have is somebody said Vin Diesel, yeah,
that's another one.
Yeah. These guys are first 8, and these guys are looking at the freaking money. And the bottom line is nobody thinking about the black so-called entertainment. I think that Ryan Coogler and this guy that did Get Out, other guy,
he's mixed. The other guy,
Get Out, he's mixed.
He's mixed.
Oh, I didn't know that. But he seems like a brother, man. So I'm like, okay, he's that, and then Ryan Coogler and everything like that. And I'm saying, okay, I think we got something going on here. You know what I'm saying? We got something going on. Telling the world, okay, yeah, we can make films, and also we can make films with black themes and everything like that.
Right.
our own people and stuff like that. We could build studios. I'm not really a fan of Tyler Perry, but if he could like support all independent sort of black films and everything like that, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. I don't really watch Tyler Perry. I don't watch Tyler Perry movies at all. I don't think his movies are talented or good. Where I think they're the same old, same old. You know, bunch of stereotypes and just caricatures of black people. You know what I'm saying? Black people, we got real depth. They're not on the surface. I hate that on the surface stuff.
Right.
Aesthetics of, oh yeah, you got a nice house, so you're the upper class black. Oh, you're the hood black. Everybody's just caricature of what America thinks we are anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But much more nuanced than what people give us credit for. So, like I said, I don't think the entertainment industry is going to get any better. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's being on that red carpet. They want to be on that red carpet. You know what I'm saying? They want to be recognized for their role. Every time I hear somebody say that, man, something goes through me. I'm going to get this role. And then what gets me is this. These celebrities do nothing for us, right? Do nothing for us. Don't build films. And first of all, let me give you an example. Spike Lee. A lot of people don't like when I say this, whatever like that, But I'm going to say this. Yo, fuck Spike Lee.
Uh-huh.
Don't like when I say that, Spike Lee turned his back on Matty Rich. You know what I'm saying?
Who's Matty Rich? Hello?
Matty Rich, his first movie was called the Straight Outta Brooklyn, right? He made a movie called Straight Outta Brooklyn, right? It was a good movie. He was 19 years old, made his first movie, right? Real good thing. Then he made this next movie with Jada Pinkett and what's that one with Lorenzo Tate called The Inkwell.
Right.
It's out of Martha's Vineyard, you know what I'm saying? The Inkwell, a black holiday resort. When I watch that movie, I feel so good. I'm like, wow, this is part of our history. Because we used to have our own vacation resorts in America at one time. That movie, the Inkwell, is a really good movie. It's a feel-good movie.
Okay.
Oriented feel-good black movie. You know what I'm saying? It was set in 1976. Summer of 1976, a coming-of-age movie. With Jada Pinkett. Got young boy falls in love. She breaks her heart. I think it was one of Jada Pinkett's first movies. But it was a really, really good movie. But then again, things out. He went to Spike Lee and said, "Look, man, Spike, take me under your wing. Teach me what you know."
Hey, somebody said Spike Lee is the Al Sharpton of Hollywood. But go ahead.
My brother Holmes was getting on me about this is Spike. I knew he was gonna get mad about the Spike Lee thing. Sorry, brother Holmes. No, my whole thing is this. The difference Cosby and Spike Lee is this. Cosby has helped a lot of people over the years. Let's not talk about sexual thing. But he's helped a lot of people, put a lot of people on. Spike Lee, this young brother, Matty Rich, went to Spike Lee and said, "Spike, man, show me what you know. Take me under your arm. Let's work on together." Spike Lee said, "I want to do with you. You didn't go to film school like I did. I went to film school. I went that, all stuff like that. Okay, you went to film school and everything like that. But to be honest with you, do you think Spike Lee's movies are all that good?"
Me personally, I liked Malcolm X. I like He Got Game. What other movie? Malcolm X, He Got Game. I love School Days.
Summer of Sam.
Summer of Sam was okay. I love School Days though. School Days is probably my favorite.
School Days.
I love School Days.
Do the Right Thing was pretty good. Do the Right Thing was pretty good, and I like Summer of Sam. Summer of Sam. It was the characters in Do the Right Thing that made that movie. You know what I'm saying? Danny Aiello and that dude that played what's his name? Gennaro what's his name? Zito. Him and that dude that played that passed away that played Radio Raheem. You know what I'm saying? Right. He wasn't even like that, man. He came out and said, "Nah, man, I'm an actor or whatever like that." I guess he was desperate for work. But the next roles he had, I was like, man, this guy's a serious actor. That dude that played Radio Raheem. You know what I'm saying? And
he passed away a couple years ago.
People mad at me when I say Spike Lee. Oh my God. My point, there are no film studios. You know what I'm saying? There's no film studio. There's no black section of Hollywood, right? Where black people put their money together and had a financial company or a finance company that could finance and distribute films in America. We used to have that prior to the 1960s. People don't even know that history. Black people just have their own production companies and everything, right?
Right.
And they have filmmaking, you know what I'm saying? DC and all other. and they'll be on the back of trucks traveling throughout America and dropping films off in black owned theaters. We had our own theater. We had all that stuff in Black America at one time. But those people that came up later on, nah, we don't want that. We want a budget from Hollywood. We want this thing. They wanted to go get credit from the white man and get outline credit, and they didn't want to build anything with that. That's why we don't have anything like that anymore. We don't have our independent film houses and everything. Right here in Norfolk, Virginia, we have all the Addicts theaters still there, right? We have a couple of theaters that like kind of border. You know how the outside theaters, you want to talk about on the street, like the Apollo. The Apollo, you walk on the street and the thing's overhanging right there, and you have the box office outside. We still have that in Norfolk, right? Still black owned. I don't know what happened, whatever like that, but no, they're abandoned because everybody's
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll ask when you get done. Go ahead.
Going to a thing. Nobody invested in black owned community theaters, not just for movies, but for plays, whatever like that. We let the I believe the Brooklyn Slave Theater we let that go. You know what I'm saying? We let that go. I think the Apollo. I don't know what's going on with Apollo. People live in New York could tell better about what's going on with the Apollo. But the whole thing is this, though. All this stuff takes money. And basically, unless you got millions of dollars, you put your money up in the millions of dollars, it's not going to happen. And some people if you're worth like $70 million, right? Think about this. People say, if you're worth $70 million, what's $10 million? Okay, get this. Dinus, if you have $70 in your pocket, right? Right? Says, give me $10. You're like, that'll cut me down to 60. You see what I'm saying? A million, go to a millionaire, and you say you got $70 million, and you ask them for $10 million, and all of a sudden they're like, I'm $10 million short. I had to work for that money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you're nickel and diamond. I'm just using it as an analogy. That's how the rich people think. Rich people think, well, geez, it may be nothing to you, but that's $10 million out of my pocket, man. I got 70 million. You want me to go down to 60 million just for your project and everything like that. But what can we do? So, like I said, that's basically one of the things I talk about as far as like why black entertainers. First of all, we're not organized. We're not in the communities like we used to be.
Right.
Communities used to be. So we used to have safe communities at one time. Where black people we had role models. Black people loved being around each other. We loved building with each other, and I think when I was a kid, I enjoyed the last years of that. You know what I'm saying? Now every time we get together here in Virginia, man, every night someone's getting killed. Someone dies every night.
I thought Newport News was nice.
Oh no! Oh, it is nice. Oh my God, it is nice. Except for the black areas. The black areas are gentrifying like crazy because it's waterfront property. Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You get in the black community from Jefferson Avenue all the way up to the waterfront, and they got Newport News. You know what I'm saying? Condominiums, everything they're planning on building back there. Mm-hmm. The black community is just out of control, and no one's doing a dang thing about it. The other night, a girl, 21-year-old girl, she's out 2 o'clock in the morning. She's coming back from Atlanta, coming back from Richmond. And she was shot. Somebody fired into her car. Her boyfriend was driving. Both of them were struck and killed. Right?
Wow.
I'll show you that article. She was 7 months pregnant.
Yeah. You put it online. Yeah.
In the backseat of the baby.
Hey, you keep going in and out, Cali Genesis. I know you're on your phone.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Trying to put the headphones on. Okay, so what I'm saying is this though: we don't have the slave loving community. Like, look at these celebrity beefs. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Can you really think Azalea Banks and Cardi B will get together and put something together for the so-called sisters out there? No.
Hell no.
Everything is about contention. Everything is about hating each other. Everything's about jealousy. Everything's about I'm better than you. I'm one up on you. So therefore, you can't even do normal business. Usually people hate each other, can at least do business with each other. That's toxic in Black America right now because we allow this culture and these sort of people to represent us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We let these sort of people represent them.
Yeah, let me ask you this. This we've been talking about this the last couple of nights. As far as investing in the Black community, and you sent me a message about this, how the majority of these Black celebrities don't have Black spouses. Can we expand on that? Is that by design, or like what's the What's up with that?
It's like this. This is it in a nutshell, right? It started with Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier. You know what I'm saying?
Right, Harry Belafonte syndrome. I just point out.
Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier. They don't have black spouses and everything. And also, you have females now. You know what I'm saying? At look at what we call look at Michael Jackson's kids. Look at Muhammad Ali's grandsons. You know, they don't look nothing like him.
One of Muhammad Ali's grandsons might as well classify as white.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you have going on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have, and now that when you talk about Michael Jackson, big black African American icon, Muhammad Ali icon, to see his sons that don't even look like don't even look like them and everything, it's just like it's a killing of his legacy altogether. And what happened is why? Because his daughters decided, probably knowing this. Look at Serena Williams. Her father literally, she's worth, how much is she worth? She's like 200 million, something like that.
Yeah.
Serena Williams.
Over 100.
Over 100 million, 140 million dollars, I heard, right? Her father sacrificed a whole lot. Her father, from Alabama, went to cop, and he said the white man did nothing but hurt me his whole life. Can you imagine what he probably went through? A dark-skinned man in the deep South and everything like that. He probably went through hell.
Did he go to the wedding? Oh, he was. I didn't see him in none of the wedding photos.
I doubt it. You know, is he still alive even?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah. He basically is like this. He don't want his daughters marrying a white man, everything, because his white man. And so why would Serena, you know what I'm saying, instead of honoring her father or whatever like that, I'm gonna deliberately not only go after a white man, I am going to basically throw black men under the bus. We have a sick. See, you know, I'm like this, man. We have a freaking sickness in this freaking community, right? You know, and I don't give a damn. I'm sick of freaking candy coating this and everything like that. You have people out here who hate being black, and that's the one symbol of hating being black. When you marry outside your race, and not only marry outside your race, sometimes it happens. People fall in love, whatever. But when you basically throw back shade at the community, like, oh, man, black men are no good. Like Sierra tried to march back her, told I'm through with black men. You know, and who was it? It was somebody else. You know, I'm through with black men, and I'm through with this and all this kind of stuff like this. You know,
pretty much all these black women who have a platform.
And you know something? Let me tell you something.
Black men. I mean,
and the reason why it's done is because they want that phone to ring by some agent, whatever, some white guy that's gonna basically tell that what you call some white agent. Or somebody's gonna be like, or they'll pick up a new fan base, whatever. Right. Because trust me, there's some fat, chunky looking white guy who thinks, and I heard them telling him that, yeah, I like black girls. Why?
Harvey Weinstein type.
Yeah. All these types think that black women are easy, stuff like that, because you skip signals. I have never heard a Hispanic woman publicly throw Hispanic men under the bus. I have never heard a white woman throw white men under the bus, whatever like that. I never publicly heard that. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is, why is it that and I never heard an African woman. You might have some Nigerian women say, well, I don't like Nigerian men. I like these type of men. I'm
gonna tell you what happens. I'm gonna tell you what's going on now on Caligenesis. You have these African women who are coming to America to get educated, and the best thing to offer Africa is feminism and misogynistic, and we can't stand patriarchy. That's what that's the best thing they can offer Africa now. That's what's going
on. We hate patriarchy.
Yeah.
And a perfect example is this, right? Let me give you an example. Have you ever heard of Revolt TV?
I have. Yeah. It's Puffy, allegedly.
That says it all. That says it all. You just explained a whole lot to me, man. Thanks for telling me that.
Oh, you know that? Yeah, Puffy owns that.
Oh man, now okay, it comes on once in a while. I guess when they get sitting on my cable, my Verizon, they can basically take my El Rey channel off, right? Which I watch all my martial arts stuff on there. They want to pay for that, but they throw Revolt TV on. I think it comes on Saturday nights. I think I watched it last Saturday after the show we did last Saturday. Anyway, they had a roundtable about Black Lives Matter, right? It had Debbie Allen on it and everything. You probably look it up. It had Debbie Allen. It had all these young kids up there.
Yeah.
Beautiful young college age black kids and everything. If they had something in their head, right, besides a ham sandwich, they would be beautiful kids even more. Beautiful kids, beautiful generation, man. But the stuff that was coming out of these kids' minds, you know what I'm saying? The girl gets up and says, well, first of all, it's supposed to be about police brutality. But every last single one of the females, even some of the males,
because I'm gonna guess. Here it goes right here. It's about police brutality, right? Supposed to be, but I guess the black women were pretty much like they're blaming patriarchy. The unresolved.
You saw it.
I didn't see. But no. I don't have to see it. I already know what time it is. Patriarchy. Which pretty much means they're unresolved daddy issues.
Yep.
And, black America being homophobe.
Yep.
Yeah.
They went around all this stuff, the patriarchy, capitalism, blah 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 blah. While this girl sitting there and her weave on her head, she's a real pretty girl.
Yeah.
But she had these blonde braids in her head. The real thing. Fake is I don't know what or not. She must have spent at least $2,000 on that hair, set or not. But she wants to complain about capitalism and everything, And so and I was saying Debbie Allen's supposed to be a senior and everything. She said, "Look, let's stay focused on the thing. It's police brutality,
right?
You know what I'm saying you're bitching about the patriarchy and capitalism and male domination and all that has nothing to do with why we're here today to talk about why is it that police are so callous. It's a serious topic. Yeah. Why are they so trigger happy?" You know what I'm saying? Why are they so trigger happy? Why are they so killing us and everything like that? It's all has to do with the fact that we allowed ourselves to be victims and everything like that because we didn't take a stand. In other words, white America doesn't think that there's no consequences to what they do to us. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. They got the courts. They got the police. They know that when it comes down to it, you're going to just go back to doing what you're doing and everything. Mind your business and everything, and you go to bed with all this pain and anger in you. You know what I'm saying? And then we basically get angry, we go to our rallies and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rise up and all this stuff. We're gonna do
what we gonna do, College Genesis? What we gonna do?
We're gonna rise up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rise up. We're gonna rise up. And they'll say you rise up, then you sit right back the hell down. You know what I'm saying? And then you go around. And then what happens is we start getting right together, we start attacking each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they know what they do. When people are defeated, they turn on each other. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to deal with the powerful force of the oppressor. So you end up jockeying for position. Like who's the realest? You know what I'm saying? Who's the baddest? Who's the baddest mofo on the block, man? Who's the most cracker hating killer cracker Negro out here? It's me, man. I speak for the man. I'm the one's gonna lead the revolution. We're gonna rise up one night, like I said, it's been like the last 10 years on the internet, man. Has been like one big minstrel show, man. Yeah. I'm seeing buffoons coming out of all sort of ways. I'm meeting people, and I'm like, I need to escape, man. I gotta get the hell out of here, man. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah,
ain't nobody got no solutions and everything. I say, look, the answer is nationhood. No. We put 400 years into this. I'm like, nigga, you ain't got a job. You ain't put nothing into this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, nigga ain't got no job, no nothing and whatnot. Talking about he put so much work in this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't putting nothing. You ain't putting nothing into nothing, man. Just sit your ass down, man. You gonna rise up. It's just funny. It's funny, man. Like I said, people laugh when people get mad when I say like things like the Hotep Shuffle and stuff like that.
Hotep Shuffle.
Yeah, the Hotep Shuffle. I said, look, man, there's a lot of shuffling going on in the Hotep community, man. A lot of foot shuffling going on over there, man. A lot of stuff going on, man.
So let me ask you: is like having the debates? Is that the new hustle now? That's the new shuffle. It's just hella. I mean,
what? Oh yeah. I can't get a word in edgewise, man. It's like this. You first of all, don't ever try to debate one of those clowns. You know what I'm saying? Because people won't know who the clown is. You know what I'm saying? You know something? The only time I can debate one of them, right? If I got to debate, you know how to debate one of them? You have to have a debate, right? You got to have yourself at least 3 hours. Like you could probably do it on your show. But
I'm not doing debate on my show. I'm not doing debate.
It turns out, but you would have to have 3 hours, right? Why? Because then you're gonna need another set of computer, right? Because you're gonna need like 2 hours, right, just dispelled all the bullshit and they're circumventing. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't attack their circumventing and with the stuff they say, the nonsense saying, the people listening to it aren't smart enough to discern what's real and what's fake.
I think I did one debate on my show and just nothing came from it. They're just not constructive at all.
Or like when you try to debate somebody, African Americans ain't African. You know what I'm saying? We're the true Native born Americans. You know what I'm saying? They have no logic, no facts, whatever. They say that then when you tell them the facts and everything, they say, well, whose facts are those? It's just because I read a book once in a while.
Yeah, you read the book. So who wrote the book? Oh,
who wrote the book? Who wrote it? Oh, it was a white man.
Ain't the real book. Yeah.
so when somebody is factually and historically and academically illiterate, you can't debate with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna make up whatever he said, and then when you catch him in a lie or you trap them, they're like, well, nah, man, you so no. One dude I burnt, I don't know if he was on that thread or not, right? And I was like going after this one dude. He said, I said, let me guess. If you say you're from Mars, I'm supposed to believe it. If I choose to, you just let me do it and leave me the hell alone, Collar. You know what I'm saying? I was all right, man. Okay, you could be from Mars. Okay, so what, man? You're from Mars, you know. I see somebody with the Angolan flag up here.
Yeah, who's Sasa 85?
Who's Sasa 85? What's up, brother?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Angola, you know. Long live the revolution.
Okay, but let me ask you this, College Genesis. So
yeah,
a lot of these black entertainers, celebrities, who did not invest in the black community, they're now being stripped of their wealth, and they have a legacy and have nothing to show for it. Should this be a wake-up call to black celebrities to invest in the community and to leave something tangible that will always be there? Or
we've said that for generations, but the thing is now what I will say is this: not everybody should be in front of the camera, right? There's a whole lot of opportunity in the set design. I like what they did with Black Panther. It was all black-owned set designers and stuff like that. Cinematography. You know, I don't know how to make a film, but from what I hear, there was so many people in the black community that was hired, and so many people got jobs and everything. That right there, the making of that movie was revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? Now, what we need to do is follow up on that, right? So, okay, let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example. Black Panther was a good movie, right? Everybody liked it. You liked that. Everybody liked it. It was a crossover film. White people liked it and everything like that. Okay. Now, this is here's a problem. Here's a problem right here. Here's a problem. Mm-hmm. Now, you got to understand psychology of Negroes. Right. You know what I'm saying? I knew this before Black Panther came out, right? I knew Black Panther was going to came out, right? Mm-hmm. I said it's a movie, just that and the other thing. I know people didn't know anything about the comic book series and everything. There was gonna be Negroes that try to undermine the movie. The Black Panther was a plot by the CIA. You know what I'm saying? You heard it all, right? I'll show you the signs that they were trying to say. Go ahead. And because they have this thing called the internet, right? They're able to intimidate people, right? But it didn't work with the Black Panther. Because you saw that right there, the week leading up to Black Panther, they were trying their best to stop the thing. Now, what gets me is this. These were Negro. These were black people. You know what I'm saying? Out of pure jealousy and envy, you know what I'm saying? Then they were saying, well, I think half the proceeds should go to the black community. Right. Something vague and abstract. You know what I'm saying? The black community. Why? We should give them our dollars and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the open night of Black Panther and whatnot, you a traitor, whatnot, blah, 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 blah. You heard it all. You know what I'm saying? And you know what we're going to do? Go back. I bet you half of them deleted their accounts on YouTube and everything. We got to make a montage of all the Black Panther haters, you know what I'm saying? And say, look, it hit $1.3 billion. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, $1.3 billion. You know, the biggest black budget, the biggest blockbuster made by a black director and everything in history. You know what I'm saying? And it made $1 billion. Now, whose side are you on? See, we have to have some victories under our belt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That was a victory. Even though it ain't 100% what you and I know as black power and everything like that, but we could take that along with us. Say, look, man, yeah, this is what I want to see. The Black Panther movie, I can deal with that, you know? Well, I thought you was calling you supposed to be down for the... Shut the hell up. You don't know what the hell I'm down with. You know know what I'm saying? That movie, Black Panther, was a perfect movie. It was everything like that I expected in a movie. I escaped 2 hours. I escaped to Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? That part where they said we're home now, right? And they're flying into Wakanda. I swear to God, I had stadium seating in the back, right? I was at the Cinema Cafe. I was a stadium seating in the back, man. And I was just like this. It felt like I was just flying into a modern futuristic black civilization.
Right.
You know, I said, can't replace that feeling. I waited my whole entire life to see something like that. It has not even been in the imagination of black filmmakers to even imagine anything outside of the plantation, us getting beaten, put in jail, chased by cops, you know what I'm saying? Baby mama drama, all stupid stuff that we get every day and whatnot. We got a freaking film that basically placed us in our own civilization. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, no one ever talks about how white people do films on Rome, Greece. How many Romes, even on the History Channel, they make many movies on the Vikings and everything. Where are our filmmakers and writers for our stories? You know what I'm saying? You don't value our stories. I wrote my book, Journey to the Promised Land, right? I didn't write that book for thing. I wrote it because I know one day somebody's gonna pick it up and say this could be a good movie. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted my people to have something that they could look at and say, okay, yeah, this is a part of our history. You know what I'm saying? This is a part of our history. This is interesting.
We got a white supremacist in the chat room.
Wakanda's fantasy. Yeah, we know that Wakanda's fantasy.
Yeah, we got this other guy. Sub-Saharan Negroes did not build it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get him out of here.
Get out of here. So yeah, it's like I said, the trolls. What gets me is when you got white supremacist trolls. Yeah. Why do they find their way to black site? I don't go trolling. Like I say, because I don't give a damn what you guys be saying on your sites.
Yeah.
You know, I don't give a damn. You guys can go to hell for all I care. But they come in here, they got their head so far up my ass they can see out of my nose. You know? You know, stay out keep your head off my ass. Out of my ass. They're like, oh, black man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Shut the hell up.
Right.
This is called the future. The future of black people does not have anything to do with white people. You know, it's time for the divorce or separation. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our own thing. And like I said, we have to, when Ryan Coogler said he wants to do the Mali Empire with Michael B. Jordan, I was just so relieved. I was like, finally somebody's thinking. Now, when you talk about building a movie, right, that's going to make a profit, right? The model for the Black Panther was this. They made a Pan-Africanist movie. They got Nigeria. So therefore, they said, they probably put out, what is all the criticism we can entail? Oh, it's all African Americans. You know, it includes Africans, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, we're going to have a multinational cast. Remember that show Spartacus that came out a few years ago on Starz channel, Spartacus? Yeah. I love that. They had Gods of the Arena, Blood and Sand, Water Dam, you know, Vengeance and all that. That was a multinational task. I had never thought in a million years I would see a black multinational film made. You know what I'm saying? I had never thought in a million years. The Black Panther just blew my mind. I never thought it would happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you would say, okay, we got a Nigerian for this role right here. We got this for this role right here. We got South African. We get this goes from South Africa. All the aesthetics of Africa. That's what African American culture is. We're a calamity or a montage of all the African cultures mixed together. And that's how I see Africa. I don't see myself as one. The better what my DNA is, I see myself as Congo. I see myself as Mandinka. I see myself as Zulu. Right. All these tribes I put them together. They're all the same to me. But the Africans don't see a thing like that, you know? They're like, oh man, why? I see Nigerians say, well, man, if it wasn't for the Kosa cliques and all that, you know, I'm like, why does that bother you? Well, I'm a Nigerian. We get annoyed by South African colloquy and all that. I'm like, so therefore, that's why our culture had to be the adult and make this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Let me. Go ahead. Go and finish your statement. I got a question for you.
No, I finished. Okay,
I want to read this to you real quick, man. Hold on, let me pull it up. All right, so somebody posted this under the my show, the Harry Belafonte syndrome show. I want to read this entire comment she made, and I mean this ties into why black celebrities aren't investing in the black community. She said, "This is this might be a troll. It probably is a troll, but it's still what she said was very, very relevant. This is a very good show, very interesting. I asked my white boyfriend what he thought about this, and here's his response to me. White guys have blacks fooled that they're individuals. Instead, we all work in concert with one another. It's not exactly a matter of racism, but a matter of comfort. He also said the one reason every other race of men are respected is this one thing: black men lack, and it's not brain power, it's not strength, it's not resources, and it's not the ability to work together. It's outward ruthlessness.
Yeah.
You're not unforgivingly ruthless.
Yeah.
Now, here's my words. You ask for permission instead of forgiveness. We currently see this in Africa, as they're actually considering compensating whites for land grabs. No white, Asian, or Arab person would ever ask if they should compensate anyone. They didn't ask when they entered Africa, did they? North Korea wasn't supposed to build a bomb, but they did. Our Iranians are ignoring the U.S. as we speak. China doesn't ask to lower the value of the currency, do they? You're not ruthless to the bitter end, and that's why you're not respected.
Yeah.
Like line you mentioned in your show, you're not cunning to others. You're not cutthroat. You invite everyone into your space and into the black woman space by proxy. Jay-Z just appointed a Jew as CEO of his company. No Jew would appoint a black person. You want respect? Block out people who are not like you. Be cutthroat every day, all day. But black men are not like that. Hip hop will soon, very soon, be yours, and I'm gonna get into that too. Black men need to be brutally vicious in business, not business to non-blacks. That's what a competitor does. Now, this hip hop part, I had Dave Anderson on Sunday, last Sunday, and he said that hip hop in the next 20 years will be pretty much like this new bullshit reggae where it's just all white.
Of course. I see it coming. Anytime, like I said, anytime. And what gets me is this. What I hate more than anything is when Jay-Z did the title thing, right? Did you see when the title came out?
Yeah.
And they did the story of OJ, and they said, okay, we did this. And Jay-Z, oh, the big victory. Jay-Z is the only black face in a sea full of white people.
Right.
You know? And every time you hear white people, anytime you go on Bill Maher's show, you go stuff like, oh, Jay-Z, he just bowing and scraping. Jay-Z, Nas, and all this stuff like this. All these rappers, Jay-Z, oh yeah, that's my boy. I'm like, Jay-Z, every time he's smiling, and then he trying to make it seem like, oh, well, I got him fooled. No, you don't, fool. You know what I'm saying? You have not made anything that will go against what their perception of you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a reformed drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? And you from Brooklyn, and hanging out with Jay-Z means you got street cred and all this kind of stuff. That's why you see Jay-Z and Beyonce cannot go to not go to any award show. You know what I'm saying? They got to be there. They got to be out there. Everything. Perfect example is what that girl was saying. I agree with what she's saying. We are not ruthless. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
We apologize. Look at the civil rights movement. It should have been the other way around. White people should have been marching saying we should overcome, begging black people to stay in here. We should have been flooding the airports and seaports saying we're ready to get the hell out of here. If anybody wants to send submarine ships and everything, let's get the hell out of here. That would have got white America's attention and respect. You know what I'm saying? But we went there marching and kneeling to be accepted. I want to be accepted by the color, content of my character. We had nothing to apologize for. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a white person that should have been like, something. After 400 years, black man, we're so sorry for what we did and everything. Please stay. Please just all make America. No, it's us begging, using white guilt, and the white guilt is running out. How long was a white guilt credit card going to last? It had a spending limit, and that's 50 years was a spending limit. Now white Americans saying, look, man, if y'all don't, they had it backwards. We were supposed to convince them that we're worthy to be Americans. And that's where the disconnect was. It should have been the other way around. And white people say, well, wait a minute here. They knew that, right? So you know what we're going to do? We're going to replace you, black people. The number of Hispanic people never reached in the hundreds of thousands before the 1960s. By the 1970s, they were in the millions. Mm-hmm. And they predicted by 2000, they will overtake black people as a number. They did that deliberately. Right. To weaken black political social, cultural, but they haven't weakened us culturally because our influences, that's another thing I'm going to talk about too.
Right.
They brought in Asians by the millions. It gave most of the Asians came in here. 70% of the Chinese and everything that came to the United States in the 60s had college degrees. They're engineers, everything. They became the model minority. Okay. Now you have the Asians and all these other people here. Now, culturally, right here, one thing they have never, despite the fact that You got people trying to make an attempt and everything, and they're trying to destroy black culture with this mumble rap music and the violence and everything like that right here. But when they look at old school hip hop and everything right here, when you turn to old school hip hop and everything like that, there's something about black culture. No matter what they try to do, they still can't produce it by themselves.
Why? Okay, and this is my thing, College Genesis. So she talked about being ruthless. Now we will be ruthless with each other, but we won't be ruthless
because we don't have any confidence. We don't have any confidence. We don't have any confidence because we still see them as okay. I still got to deal with them. And Puff Daddy, all of them, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, all of them. I know the mentality. I've been around guys like them. You know what I'm saying? They all think that the white man has the answer. You know what I'm saying? They always, everything that comes out of a rich white man's mouth is gold. You know what I'm saying? And you see movies like, let's say a movie like Strictly Business and stuff like that. Remember at the end, it wasn't him getting his own firm. It was him being promoted executive to a white firm with the help of some black partners and everything like that. Everything like that, the Harlem Brothers, whatever. But the problem is this. Everything that leads to in Black America always has to be, every time we have any success that's shown to us in our movies and our psychology, somebody white has to be there. I remember I watched a movie, you see a movie Almost Christmas with Danny Glover? Beautiful movie.
I seen some of it. I haven't seen all of it.
Oh, no, watch it. It's a beautiful movie. But the one part I didn't like it.
You need some orange juice?
I got some water right here, but I'm just talking so fast I can't even drink. And check this out. The one part that really bothered me was you had this white guy. They had the family dinner and everything. Why did you decide to have this white guy at the table? You know what I'm saying? I was saying so. He was like, I said, what was the purpose of having him at the table? You know what I'm saying? Almost a freaking good movie. Who wasn't made the decision? It was like this guy was getting his son to run for city council, whatever like that, his advisor, whatever like that. But why the heck did you have this white guy at the freaking dinner table? Why you watch movies all the time and the white movies and everything, they never show black people. And not only that they don't have black people, but never sitting at the freaking dinner table.
Right.
It's like that one thing could throw a whole movie off. It's to psychologically remind you that no matter what you do, white people somehow is part of your life. And the bottom line is this. Look at Indians and other people, they're not afraid to be called racist. That's another thing we struggle with. We are afraid to be called racist. They put that guilt trip on us, right?
Reverse racism.
I look, it's like I had this argument with this Portuguese guy in Angola. I said, look, man, sooner or later, when we get there, we come there to that part of the world, you guys are gone. Well, you're bringing your racism. Look, bottom line is this. You enslaved my ancestors there. You guys brought millions of us over here and stuff like that. We're supposed to just forgive? I go, what about those lives that were taken? Slavery is not unforgivable.
Yeah.
Well, you guys instead, I said, look, the Africans aren't stupid. They just haven't been woke up yet. Yeah, you guys, it blames us. And I think I told you this afternoon. They blame black people in America for the rising tide of
slavery.
They blame black people in America for bringing up slavery and clothing. They think Africans are stupid.
Right.
They want to separate. See, the thing is, they want to separate our pain and struggle, right? With current Africa. They would like to do business with Africa. Oh, slavery was something in the past. Racism is something the blacks in the West do and everything. They could completely want to isolate us from the African continent. So therefore, when you see Africans calling you Black Americans and stuff like that, and saying the other thing, watch out. That's dangerous. That means they've been brainwashed by Europeans. The Africans are the only people that will tolerate Europeans molesting their children on the beaches and everything like that, owning all the businesses and everything, mistreating workers and everything in their own countries and everything. Why? Because they expect us to be this loving, forgiving people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is this. The future is African, and it has to be not just with the whites, but the Chinese too. You step out of line, we will destroy you. I'm saying we will destroy you. We'll take everything you got, ship you back where you came from. And when you get like that, we'll wait it out. We'll suffer if we have to for 5 years or 10 years. But you're gonna come here and it's gonna be our rules. You break our laws, you're gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? You commit murder here, we're gonna put you to death. You know what I'm saying? You bring drugs here, we're gonna execute you. And this is what I tell a lot of Africans I talk to them. Don't let it seem that foreigners can get away with murder. What happens is the people begin losing respect for your authority.
They already lost respect.
You know what I'm saying? They already did. That's why I'm glad we got a country like Rwanda with a strong leader like Paul Kagame. You know what I'm saying? Well, Paul Kagame, who they're trying to undermine right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to undermine Paul Kagame as we speak. You know, any African leader that stands up and strong and that builds a country that's world class, oh no, there's something wrong. He's a dictator. That's another thing. You know, that's another thing. You know, why is it that we let them bully us into having these fake elections will do nothing but bring the wrong people to power and destabilize countries? You know what I'm saying? And also, a lot of times elections are won because the tribes with the most people vote for their tribesmen because they talk in their own native language. So therefore, the plurality country the best and brightest never get a chance to serve. But we let Europeans do that. You know what I'm saying? They come here, have elections, free, fair. Yo, you get the heck out of here with your free, fair elections. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're going to have a country for 20 years that's going to have a Supreme Council that's going to be voted in. We're going to have a gradual phase-in of electorate. You know, same thing with the Japanese did. They took the Japanese 60 years before they had general elections. And it was only a certain amount of Japanese men who voted. 60 years before they said they enfranchised the general public with election. You know what I'm saying? 60 years. 60 years they had bureaucrats making decisions. You know what I'm saying? We need to build this. And the people saw, wow, railways are getting built. You know what I'm saying? Ports are getting built. Schools are getting built. You know, we don't know what's going on, but it looks like things are working. You know what I'm saying? Foreigners don't come in our country doing what they want to do. They have to obey the laws when they're here. Right. This is our land. We're sovereign. So therefore, that's what it is. The Japanese and all these people didn't apologize for being Japanese. Black people in America, we apologize for being black. You know what I'm saying? We apologize. You know, if somebody says, you know something, I want to start a black-owned this. Remember that couple a couple of years ago that started a Buy Black movement in Chicago? It was like 8 years ago. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
You remember that? Well, there was a Fox News had this thing. So is this racist?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, so in other words, basically, you're telling me and say, well, what we're trying to do is we want to have black people support black businesses and black businesses. You got people, you know, with the Buy Black movement. You got white people out there and there's coon allies. I'm thinking it's Facebook. Well, somebody might suspend me for saying coon.
Yeah,
with that coon. Oh no, you can't do it. Yeah, I got suspended for 1 day for saying coon.
Oh, wow.
I called the dude a coon. I got suspended for 1 day as a warning. Anyway, you have them saying Buy Black is patriarchal, is evil, is racism in reverse and everything, and all this kind of stupid stuff. Then they'll say, well, what if white people? I say, look, when you go to Walmart, what is that? Well, that's white people supporting a white-owned corporation. We support white-owned corporations 99%. White is the norm. You know, white people don't even, and when they know there's black businesses and everything, they don't support black businesses. They boycott black businesses every day. You know, if they know a store is black and everything, they won't support it. And you got some Negroes who know a store is black, they won't support it out of jealousy. You know, so therefore the compromise is we let the Arabs and the Asians run the stores, you know?
Right.
Well, they're neutral, all these Indians, so it don't matter. You walk into a store, you see a white man, I'm not getting a white man money. Oh, I'll get an Indian man money. White man walks to the store, see a black man, oh, who y'all think y'all are? Y'all uppity. You know? They see Indians, hey, look, bro. Oh, well, who knows, you know? But it's all this compromise stuff and everything. I said a long time ago, I said, look, we have to be more ruthless. And the bottom line is this. These people are not playing games with us and everything. These black females that are playing this swirling colorblind, the color stuff like that is dangerous.
Black men too. Black men too. We got both.
Both sides. They're playing games. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the female body, is where the child comes out of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Only a black woman can give birth to a black child. You know what I'm saying? A woman, I know women. Check this out. I knew women that when going to church and whatnot, they were being in their 40s and still virgins. Never slept with a man. It happens all the time. I knew women that had aunts and just relatives of mine, beautiful women too. You know what I'm saying? They were just saved, sanctified, going to church and everything until they would not. Remember watching Sanford Son when Esther was like, "Well, I'm not gonna be in no house with I'm a married woman. I'm not gonna be." But she was joking about that. But that was serious. That's how a lot of Christian black women were, and a lot of Muslim women were. You know, they're not gonna be in a house with a freaking strange man. And that was the norm in Black America at one time. You know, women basically stayed until they got that man that they was going to marry. They stayed vestal virgin. They stayed virtuous. You don't have that anymore in Black America. We got this last generation of people taught black women, you got to get out there and do your thing, do what you want. And now what you have is these females. They got nothing to offer a man. They got to come to a relationship where they got 5 kids already. 5 kids already. I'm not trying to be funny. They got five. They have nothing to offer me. You got women that have 5 kids and one. They think they're a catch. Oh, right. I'm like, are you got to be kidding me? You got 5 kids and everything. Like 2 psychotic baby fathers locked up and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? What the heck am I going to get involved with this?
Right.
You know, and so therefore, women nowadays don't even think that's anything wrong. Oh, I'm out in the club tonight when my kids are home with the babysitter. How many kids you got? I got 5 kids. Wow. Are they all grown up or they out? No, they're home right now. I got, this and that. The younger one is like 8 months old. Whoa. You're out here in the club or not,
Yeah.
What the hell am I gonna do?
Oh, I just had to get out. I got a life too. I got a life too.
Just that young thing.
I got a life too.
Where's your kids at one night? You should be home with your kids. Home with your kids. You should be home putting your kids to bed and everything like that. Now, where's the babysitter? I need time for myself. Blah, 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 blah. So therefore, that's what you have, right? That's what you have. The mentality that you have, right, leads to the fact that okay, I gotta explore my options. Explore your options. Well, what leads to options? You know what I'm saying? What is it? A buffet? You know what I'm saying? What is it? A casino you going to? See what slot you play. You talk about life here. This is life and death here. You don't go to I'm gonna explore my options and everything like that. When you cross over that racial line and everything like that, that's a whole. I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you, people may not want to like this when I say this, right?
Go ahead.
I see there's more dysfunction in communities that have mixed marriages and mixed relatives than you do in traditional black communities. I'm saying when you have a traditional black family where you got fathers, uncles, and everything like that, and they stayed pretty much to themselves and everything. You have you have a lower rate of crime. The kids seem like they're more obedient and everything. Let me give you an example. I had a client of mine the other day. I don't know if I told you this or not. I had a client of mine the other day. Right, I went to her house, right, and she was like, "Yeah, I wrote her into a plan, right." She goes, "Yeah, these are my grandson, good-looking brothers, man, young kids, man. So they're all off to college right now. One of them graduate from school, going through his graduation from college and everything. All my grandsons, all good and everything." And I was talking to these brothers, man. They sound real intelligent, man. I was listening to them talking and everything. They're around the house, cleaning the house up and everything like that. She said, "I own my house. I had my kids in the project, a single mother and whatnot. But I got out of the projects and whatnot. I got my education. She has a part owner of a business, whatever like that. I did it all. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't use no excuses for what she did. She said, all my kids, they know values. They know everything. I made a video. I videotaped her saying that. I'll send it to you. You know what I'm saying? And she said, the bottom line, see these boys right here and whatnot, they all respect the elders. They respect them. Because I come in the house, usually, young brother, so these brothers, hey, you doing, sir? Shook my hand, this, that, and the other thing. I said, you guys are real decent young men. You know what I'm saying? I said, these are the type of young brothers I want to recruit. All going to be off the best colleges and everything like that, going to do their thing and everything. But when I recruit somebody like that, I want to make sure I have something for them. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so therefore, what I'm saying is this: when you have black families like that, traditional black families, they do fine. It's when you have these people who don't believe they're black, that color don't matter, that race don't matter, and all stuff like that, they tend to forget and they get lazy. Can you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
They get lazy and they basically sort of like, oh, and I hate those type of black people. They're like, when you start talking about race and everything, oh, well, people, sometimes the world's a bad place and whatnot. I'm like, no, fool. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that, yes, there's race. We need to start buckling now, sticking together, and just put values and unify with our people. Well, hey, I don't really talk all that black stuff and all that stuff like that, Oh, yeah, my daughter, she liked this little white boy and everything like that, Okay, what I'm saying? You're lost. You're gone.
Right.
You're gone. It's that's it in a nutshell. And you translate that to the entertainment industry. The Kanye West, the Kim Kardashian. How can Kanye's losing his mind? You're around people, they're white, what I'm saying? They can't relate to you as a black man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what is Kardashian women they do to these guys? All these guys want out. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they're trying to take.
I don't know. They turned into women. Kanye done went crazy. I don't know.
And Lamar Odom, you know what I'm saying?
Smoking crack.
Yeah. This other guy, that Chloe's after and whatnot. Then you got this other kid with the youngest one. You know what I'm saying? His mother wants wants a paternity test. Make sure the baby's really his. Then you got Caitlyn Jenner, the transsexual. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This is insane.
Right.
This is freaking insane. And this is supposed to come back and help build something in our community.
Mm-hmm.
The black community is in a friggin' mess. I mean, the bottom line is, don't look for these entertainers to do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, Ryan Coogler, I like what he did. I don't know what the next Marvel series is. Maybe we can get something out of Marvel, whatever like that, and people see after Black Panther, hey, seeing black people on the big screen that is not buck dancing, killing, and buffooning is not that bad. I can pay money to go see something like that. Chadwick Boseman again, I can see something like that, So like white people love watching movies where black people are demeaned. We like seeing ourselves demeaned.
Right.
On you know what I'm saying? We like seeing ourselves demeaned on television. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be some caper. It's gotta be some drug deal. It's gotta be some I don't know. Just name me a black film. Well, let's break it down,
Well,
I don't even know.
Like what kind? Does it matter or?
No, anytime. Just name off the top of your head.
Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah, again, the hood thing. You know what I'm saying? The hood thing. It was exploitation, okay. Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it told the story of the black inner city, ghetto kids, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, it was a good movie. Everybody read, oh, Boys in the Hood, blah, 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 But then there was a subtle diss on the East Coast, right? And I remember Common said, so yeah, he messed with those boys in the hood. You know what? Everybody in New York was kind of dissing that whole
right.
Boys in the Hood thing. Look at these boys in the hood. They were dissing these Jerry Curl dudes from LA, It was like, oh yeah, Menace to Society, Menace to Society. I'm saying all these movies like this, that, the other thing. Poor Justice was pretty good and everything. That was a pretty good movie, Tupac and stuff like that. Juice, that was a little better, you know what I'm saying? Because that at least compartmentalized the movie. In other words, when you watch Juice, and we talk about New York, Harlem and everything, it's a different culture. You know what I'm saying? In other words, basically, in Harlem, okay, all right, I don't know how to describe it from people who are not from New York, right? You got New York is like so diverse, even as far as black people are concerned. You got different type of black people. People got money, you got people with education, all mixed together. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like all these people. You got the subway system. People can go from one end to the other. You got transportation. You got millions of people per square mile in some areas and everything like this. It's a big city and this, that, and the other thing. It's not the same thing where somebody just isolated sitting on a block, like the Los Angeles, when these neighbors like Compton, where they're isolated from the city center and stuff like that. So New York is a little different thing. So you could, it's a little different than other big cities.
Right.
So therefore, what I'm trying to say is when we watch movies like Juice, it was a little different. It was personal. It was like, okay, I want to be the Juice. I want the power, just that, and the other thing. It wasn't any really reflection on saying black, it wasn't so much as black. It was more like that was a crew. That's what happened. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like, okay, this is something, okay, they're not trying to find every kid in Harlem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just them dudes, because when they went to the concert, there was like thousands of people at the concert. You know what I'm saying? They snuck out and did that robbery. You know what I'm saying? So it told the people, okay, all right, everybody else there was having a good time doing their thing. These poor people made the choice, their individual decision, to hold up and rob the guy. You know what I'm saying? And out of that came the shootings and everything like that came followed after that. It had nothing to do with being in Harlem, being poor, being black, anything like that. It was something they chose to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of other movies, it's like when you watch a movie, it's like, okay, Boys in the Hood. Almost everybody in the movie was a killer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's in the gangs and everything like that. Everybody couldn't escape their situation. So, for a fact, even when you go out to areas like Compton, whatever like that, not everybody on the block is carrying and everything. Like, not everybody's a gang member. Everything like that. But that was the image that they gave us, the old boys in the hood and everything like that, And then when people, ignorant black people, ignorant among us, right, they want to emulate, something that was put out there. I got to be on the block too, because that whole after Boys in the Hood, the Bloods and the Crips spread to places like Little Rock, Arkansas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Remember the movie Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
And this all some clown just goes out there. He's probably a low-ranking member, and next thing you know, he's a big-time Crip, from L.A.
No. I'm gonna tell you, the movie that did that was Colors.
Colors and Boys in the Hood, Colors. So everybody wondered, oh man, you from L.A. And it's spread like wildfire. It spread like wildfire, and the culture just sort of now, which I never really thought would happen. You got Bloods and Crips in New York City and throughout New York now.
Yeah, Bloods and Crips all over the planet now.
All over the planet now, doing what? Causing destruction.
Right.
And so therefore, when you got gangs and everything like that in the community and everything, like you have people that always trying to move out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you got people always trying to move out. Property people owe more in the house than the house is worth.
Right.
You have people in the negative and everything. And so therefore there's no cultural cohesion among the people. So we have no cultural cohesion. The entertainment industry responds in kind. We're gonna keep giving you what? More gang movies and everything. That's why I think this movie, Black Panther, was a success, right? Because it broke the mold. People thought, like, you had people out there like Jay-Z. I don't think Jay-Z commented on Black Panther.
Let me ask, do you think is that in fact, I'm trying to think. In fact, now that you say that, I think a lot of major black celebrities didn't comment on Black Panther.
They didn't comment on it. They're not going to comment on it.
Do you think it's because they weren't cooning and buffooning and selling?
Because the bottom line, this movie hit them. Hit them so hard. The budget, everything. Something that Jamie Foxx is interviewing Chadwick Boseman now. But you could tell he's kind of jealous. You know what I'm saying? He made all this clowning movies on it. And Chadwick Boseman's a serious actor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Jamie Foxx is interviewing him, this, that, the other thing. You had Diddy say, I'm going to see Black Panther. He's going by himself. When do you see Diddy not going without his entourage? You know what I'm saying? So he went to a matinee to see Black Panther. Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't carve. I think Beyonce did a Wakanda thing, She did a hand braids and she had a Wakanda X on thing, one time. But that was about it. You know what I'm saying? She had an African dress on with a thing, that one show she did, She had a queen. This is a real queen, She had an African dress on. But that was it. Jay-Z didn't comment on it, you know what I'm saying? 50 Cent didn't comment on it, you know what I'm saying? Most of these rappers and everything didn't comment on it. Why? Because they know if this trend continues, they are finished.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because they have a vested interest in, they're like, wait a minute. Not only do black people want to see, like when you had those girls out there doing the Wakanda dance, showing up like Star Wars to the events with the Wakanda, that was basically shocking to everybody. Everybody's like, whoa, yeah, Wakanda forever. Everybody was waiting for this movie for decades. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, Colin. Now, since we're speaking about the investing in the black community, black celebrities, I noticed that once Donald Trump got elected, all of a sudden you've had a lot of black celebrities being more somewhat vocal, acting like they somewhat care about the black community. Puff Daddy.
Oh, because they got a scapegoat, Donald Trump.
Uh-huh.
It's a scapegoat. Now the whole thing is this: since they got a scapegoat now, Donald Trump, because 8 years they wouldn't say nothing about Obama.
Right.
You know, Obama didn't invest in nothing, and Obama, I think he got one factory built in Detroit. You know, and granted, he did what, like I said on the show before, he did what the best he could. The economy was trying to come back after recession and stuff like that. You know, I get that. You know, I get that. You know, and the bottom line is this. Let me tell you this, and like I said, you know, and I'm not trying to be funny, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? If you have a company, right, and even if you got a government contract, right, the only way you're going to invest your hard-earned company and take a risk in an area or black area where people are unskilled and everything like that is by gun force. And I remember back in the Leninists, the Bolshevik Republic, you know, Bolsheviks, they had people working in factories by gunpoint.
That was Russia, right? That was Russia, right?
Russia, yeah, by gunpoint. Unless you're going to get to that point where you're going to take a manager or business owner, whatever like that, and march them to a factory and say, you're going to open this factory in this black area by gunpoint. You know what I'm saying? That's all that happened. When people have a factory, the industry and everything, the probability of success is based on what type of worker, what kind of stuff like that, everything that's going to factor in. Unfortunately, our community in places like Detroit are not a good risk. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, lying to black people saying you're going to bring jobs back, and that goes to Donald Trump too. Lying saying you're going to bring jobs back to the inner cities and everything like that, good paying jobs in the city, you're just deceiving yourself. No matter how much you do like that, the bottom line is the white community is going to get the lion's share of everything. You know what I'm saying? We get the excess, excess. Perfect example is this. When the Japanese, I don't know if you remember, of course you're not younger, you don't remember when the Japanese came here in the 80s and started not only selling cars in America, but opened up dealerships or everything. They started manufacturing cars. Right. Toyota, Nissan, and Honda back in the 80s, the late 70s, 80s, right? The 80s, they started building the cars over here to get around tariffs, right? All right, a next set of wave of Japanese manufacturers came in. These are auto parts makers came in too. The Japanese basically built all their plants in areas that weren't allowing a lot of black people. They were told, they were advised by people, if you said, look, you know, because we got racial tensions here and everything like that, you want your operation to go smoothly here, go locate it here. That's why you got plants in Tennessee, non-industrialized really areas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Well, how did they get there? Why didn't they went in Detroit? Why wasn't they in the Rust Belt and everything like that? Why? Because the Japanese decided, okay, we're going to avoid where there's large numbers of black people and Hispanic people at. You know what I'm saying? They'll avoid. They were just following a model that was set up for it. We're going to avoid black, you know, where black people live. So if you have one or two black workers here and everything, we don't have to worry about unions. We don't have to worry about racial frictions and all stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to worry about civil rights and being discriminated against, all stuff like that. So anytime America wins, we still lose. You know what I'm saying? Now, the entertainment industry, right? And the entertainment industry is this. We have to basically call the world's bluff. And you know how we did this in Black Panther?
Okay. When you say call the world's bluff, go. Yeah, go.
This is how it is. Everybody was like, is the Black Panther going to hit $1 billion, whatever? And then people said, oh, the Chinese are going to buy. I don't know what the Chinese did was, but Chinese didn't really show out for Black Panther. But it showed out in Europe.
The Chinese, they just, for the most part, they just have a distaste for black people in general.
Right. Yeah. But the thing is, black people, we love their movies. You know what I'm saying? But that's China. That's not Hong Kong. Hong Kong is different. Hong Kong and Singapore, Southeast Asia, China, that's a different culture than mainland China. Mainland China is still primitive. It's still a backward culture. You know what I'm saying? They're still new to the world. You know, it's coming out of communism. But Hong Kong, black films have always been popular in Hong Kong and Japan and stuff like places like that. But the Black Panther movie, right, you know what I'm saying, was headed towards $1 billion. You know, it was like 600 million, 700 million in the US. You know what I'm saying? It headed towards $1 billion mark, right? China, Asia, and all these other countries, Europe, put it over the mark. But here's the thing, right? No one thought that, you know, that white America knew that it hitting over the billion mark was not in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you think they're trying to say, well, geez, you know, because the Chinese, whatever like that. Now, get this. This is a golden opportunity, right, to engage China.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, look, you know, get to know the real Black Americans. What you see, you saw those interviews, right? The
Right.
Chinese like, well, I'm used to seeing them as criminals, as victims, and everything. Every time when somebody makes a movie, a rap video, and everything like that, they don't even think of the ramifications of when you send something out there to the world. All they care about is their money. When you put something art out there, if you're not race conscious or how this is gonna affect how your race is viewed, you are a fucking race traitor. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again. People got to hear that again.
Okay, if you do not care about how your people are viewed, when you put something out there, especially when it goes, for a fact, it ain't just for your personal viewment. You could have kept it for yourself. It ain't just among your homies. You know that you're trying to get that dollar out there. You're trying to get it out there to go viral around the world and everything. If you're basically constantly showing us as drug dealers and all the negative, you are a race traitor. You know what I'm saying? And I got no regards for you.
Right.
You are a freaking race traitor. If only thing you want to talk about is drugs, murder, crime, all stuff like that, you are a race traitor. You know what I'm saying? You are a traitor to me.
But you know what's going on though? I noticed, Callan, like a lot of these artists now, they put out the bullshit, then they start to articulate the how and why of the bullshit, why it's important.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. The best part was when they put out a movie where they murdered 2 people, had sex with the neighbor's wife, and then they get an award. Like, I just want to thank God. I want to thank God for this award.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Oh man, yeah. I want to thank the. I want to thank the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The Most High and the Most High.
I want to thank my Savior, the Lord Jesus Christ.
I want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ for this award.
For this award, I talked about selling dope and killing niggas.
Yeah, killing niggas, selling dope.
29 times in the face, but I want to thank
my best scene that won me an Oscar when I had 2 dudes ran a train on me, and when I want to thank God.
I want to thank
you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like I said, deadly clowns. You know what I'm saying? Deadly clown. Kill Sam. Oh, but speaking of Kill Sambos, I got a story to tell.
Oh God, go ahead. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna try, don't start laughing because I'm trying to tell.
I'm gonna try not to. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna tell you a story about an old man named Sticks. You know what I'm saying? Right? An old man named Sticks. Right? I mean, maybe tell the story. Right? Anyway, this is back in '90 when I was working at this restaurant called Daryl's. I don't know if y'all have Daryl's down there in Atlanta. You should. It used to be old steakhouse. Right? You ever heard Daryl's? Right? You ever heard Daryl's?
I never heard of
I think they had one down. No, I think it went far in North Carolina. But it was an old steakhouse or a steakhouse. I was working there as at the time I was working there as a line expedite. We put the food together for the waiters and everything. But anyway, back in the district room, there was an old guy named Sticks, right? I was like in my 20s, right? The Sticks was an old dude, but he ran with young boys. He was like in his 60s, right? Now, everybody loves Sticks, right? You know what I'm saying? Old dude, right? Everybody like, yo, make sure Sticks get a ride home. Sticks. The females go, oh, Sticks, baby. This, that, the other thing. Sticks. Oh, he's such a sweetheart. This, that, the other thing, right? Everybody Sticks. But the dudes back then, the cooks used to always clown them all the time when I, say things like, yo, nigga, man, Sticks, I make sure I never grow up and be like you. Stuck in a dish room the rest of your life, man. But Sticks is like laughing. But Sticks is okay. He can take a joke. Blah, 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 Yeah, he can take a joke, this, that, the other thing. Yeah, Sticks. Everybody loves Sticks. When Sticks was always smiling, this, that, the other thing. But one day, Sticks was just not having it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, Sticks was like sitting there, and everybody, yo, Sticks, man, get that dish room caught up. Blah, 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 man. Yo, dusty, crusty, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Sticks is like, he back there mumbling something, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, what did he say? Well, I think that nigga said something about he wants respect. And the whole kitchen started busting up laughing, right? You know what I'm saying? Bust up laughing. He's like, And he starts saying, no, I'm like, Sticks, what got into you? You know what I'm saying? You're going to respect me. Hey, Sticks, you know how it is and whatnot. But the thing was, then I'll say this one dude, William, that was working there, right? I mean, put everybody's names out, sure. This say your thing. Matter of fact, one of the dudes I used to work with, right? I bumped into him today. So, my boy Jason, I just happened to bump into him. I haven't seen him in 20-something years. I just happened to bump into him today. Anyway, Anyway, there's one guy William I used to work with, right? Now William was like always like walk around like trying to be all conscious, this, that, and the other thing. But Sticks knew something had some dirt on him, right? That he was, he was really a crackhead. And so when William started talking, right, Sticks really unleashed on him, man. Don't talk me, this, that, and the other thing. I was like, why is he going off on William so much or whatnot? He didn't want to hear nothing William say. William was like, because then also found out that William's like where Sticks lived, right, was a crack spot,
Mm-hmm.
and he used to always see William go in there, you know what I'm saying? And William's like come to work all like he's Mr. Conscious, with the Nation of Islam and all this kind of stuff like that. And he was really a crackhead, But the thing is, Stick was just like I said, what happens when a clown stops wanting to be laughed at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That happens all the time, You can have a clown, you know what I'm saying, Sticks and everything like that. And the bottom line is this, as sooner or later, he's going to be like, yo, look, I had enough. You know what I'm saying? I want respect. No human being wants to be laughed at and whatever, like they're ridiculed, laughed at, buffoon. Why is it that Hollywood and all these stuff like that, you've seen some of Master P movies, you know what I'm saying? And even stupid movies like Friday and what's just a bunch of stupid shucking and jiving cooning movies, you know what I'm saying? What makes you think black people want to be portrayed like that? You ever thought about that? What makes you think that we're just going to sit back and let people portray us any kind of way and stuff like that? We're just the jokes, we're the buffoons.
But they do it for so long.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you know why? Because if you don't want to sell out, where they got a crotch of rappers and producers who will produce for you. The white man just sits back and says, look, just give me what I need. I need this, that, and the other thing. And they got rappers out there that will basically do their bidding. Rappers and black so-called producers. That's what they'll let you do your production. Your production. They'll tell you what you do to produce and everything, and you give them a final. They tell you yay and nay, or okay, well they accept it or not. And it's always black people portrayed as a certain way. We're clowns, we're ignorant, we're buffoons and everything. Our women are unattractive. You know what I'm saying? They're loud. They're got attitudes and all stuff like that. And the bottom line is this. Yeah, it was like a court gesture. You know what I'm saying? That's the role Black America has been assigned. The court gesture, the fool.
Right.
The king's fool.
Right. But then, like you said, we don't take them serious. Then they start wanting to kill everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. If those brothers in the hood were respected and the image of themselves would change and everything, that's why I thought Black Panther. You notice how you didn't hear one single incident when Black Panther was.
There was no shootouts in the parking lot.
No shootouts. No. Hey, so don't tell me that we're just incorrigible and everything. It's what they put in our heads, the subliminal messages and everything they put in our heads to make us act like this. They make us hate ourselves, and so therefore you're like this. Yo, why are you looking at me? When you look at me, next thing you know, bip, 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 bip. A simple fist fight turning into guns. Why? Yeah. Because you don't want to be a clown. You don't want to be a clown. You know what I'm saying? If society telling you nothing but a clown and a buffoon, this, that, and the other thing, it's in you that says, no, I'm not that, whatever like that. I don't think any other black people on this earth go through what we go through. And it goes to, what I'm saying is, maybe it's time and it only happens because white America cannot take black men being men and black women being women. Our women gotta be hussies and easy. Right. Can't find a man. Every time you see black women speak on these shows, oh, men are no good and everything. You said one
ain't good. Men ain't no good. I'm gonna give
man. What's that one show that comes on in the daytime? The Real, whatever like
that.
The
Real. Yeah. With
that hippopotamus.
Yeah.
That one hippopotamus that sits up there. I like and she got options and whatnot, It's like, yo, look, girl, go eat a ham sandwich or something. Like she got options. I ain't no men out there. And she goes, firstly, I want to see what kind of shoes he got on. And I said, I don't believe what I'm freaking hearing. I really don't believe what I'm hearing. It just like this. Check this out, man. Somebody, Michael said, Black Panther, horrible movie. Mr. Jensen's blacks fight each other for the CIA. Get him out of here. 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 Get him out of here.
I'm so laughing about some real. I mean, but a lot of people said that though. They said you had two black men. Yeah, but you gotta
did they read the comic book series? That's the part of the comic book series. You know, that's a comic. People didn't read the comic, so they don't know what's going on. You got the other character that was there for the Civil War.
Yeah.
You got Thanos coming and everything like that. They don't even know. They don't know nothing about the whole series. You know, it's like, dang. Oh Lord, it's just you know, it's just they're looking for every little thing. Oh, see, well, I was a CIA guy in there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, see, I got you. You know, Negro mentality. But the bottom line is they lost because it grossed $1.3 billion, and nothing's gonna top that. Every last single one of these coon rappers and entertainers were awful quiet. You know what I'm saying? They were quiet, like, man, I've been cooning all this time, and this film comes around and boom. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Coogler, all those beautiful sisters of the Dora Milaje, and all that one little one, Shara, the young one, you know, the 24-year-old one. Oh yeah, man,
I love her.
She just stole my heart.
So sweet. I just
oh my God.
I pray to Jesus. I pray to white Jesus every night that she does not turn into a dusty feminist in Hollywood.
I hope she don't turn into a lesbian.
I
hope we don't turn her out, you know.
That she does not turn to, she stays away from Issa Rae and all the other dusty feminists in Hollywood.
And we have to make it clear that Issa Rae and all these people, we have to be the voice of things. We have to get our voice out there and basically join forces with I mean, like I said, you know me. And when I agree with somebody, I'll join forces with people. I'll join forces with Jason Black. I'll join forces with anybody that's at a war with these dusty feminists and all these other clowns out there. You know what I'm saying? So me and Jason Black may have our differences of opinion, but when it comes down to these dusty females and these hotep and corny people and everything like that, everything black is negative to them. So they got to find something wrong with everybody. You know, black and everything. Oh no, we got to give all the money to the black community. Where all the money they spent in the black community and everything, hiring people and everything. Oh, that don't matter. So of course it don't matter to you because you don't care about black people having jobs. All you want to do is have black people get a handout because you didn't. The Vivica Fox was out there. I think money should go to the black people because your old ass 50 Cent don't want you no more. So you're gonna try to preempt the movie because you ain't in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that's our calling.
I just pray, and we'll go to a different. We'll go ahead and continue. I just pray to just write Jesus, that Shuri does not turn into a dusty feminist and. Shuri needs to stay away from Kerry Washington. She needs to stay away from Issa Rae.
I am so through with Kerry Washington. You know what I'm saying? But my job one. I feel like telling her, you dirty. Her and it's annihilate them, all of them. They're all freaking dirty, freaking tramps. You know what I'm saying? Now, get us saying this, right? You know, you're gonna say, Color, you hate black women. Shut up. I love black women. I can't stand weak, unvirtuous, just trifling black women. If that's what you take to get a freaking job, and just don't go home and make some videos on YouTube one night, and I'll sit back and watch your videos, and you can get it monetized. You don't have to go out there and sell your soul to get on the big screen. You got to get on that red carpet. You got to be there. These people are sick. You know what I'm saying? These people, only a sick person. And everybody sees it right now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Everybody sees the fact that Hollywood is dying. The influence. Who the hell gives them the right? I'm not going to defend Donald Trump or nothing like that. But who gives these fools the right to even comment on politics? You know what I'm saying?
Right. But don't you notice it's only with the black community how they push athletes and entertainers to be our spokespeople?
Malcolm X said that. Malcolm X said we're the only group of people where they put actors. He called them clowns. He goes Dick Gregory and Eartha Kitt. No, he called them clowns. He goes they're clowns. He goes they're clowns. And like I said earlier, and I don't think I finished what I was saying. I said they started with Booker T. Washington. White people decided they're going to know who to talk to. And the bottom line is this. It's like this. They're going to find who spits their narrative. Mm-hmm. Their narrative is you want to be white. You want integration. You want all the stuff like that. That's where they got Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier, all these people. This is going to be the new America. Post-World War II, we're going to integrate America. Mm-hmm. That's what they fought for. Even though the majority of black people were like, look, let's just build our own communities. We had a Green Book. Matter of fact, the Green Book is coming back.
Right.
It's coming back.
Getting choked out at Waffle House.
Yeah, it's the bottom line. We need our own Green Book again. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how much they like it when their businesses close down. You know what I'm saying? Black people don't know how to fight back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, integration in America is not inevitable.
Hey, Scholar Genesis, Holism wants to hop in. Can he hop in? Or
go ahead, man. Bring him in. We're almost.
Yeah.
We got a few minutes left. Go ahead, bro.
Let's see. Let's 30 more minutes. 30 more minutes.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, let me send the link. All right, but go ahead. Continue.
Well.
But go ahead, Colin.
Yeah. What I was saying was, we have all these things in Black America right here. We have Africa opening up to us. Oh, what about Mel Reynolds? Let's talk about Mel Reynolds.
Oh, listen. I'm trying to get Mel Reynolds on the show. I've been.
Oh man, please do.
Listen,
tell him about me.
I've been dialogue with him today on Twitter, and we've been talking, going back and forth. So.
Check us out. Mel Reynolds should have been out of here a long time ago. I would have told Mel Reynolds, because he was always interested in Africa. Mm-hmm. You know, back in the 90s. Well, he was like ready to get out of here. I'm like this. We have options. On the Yahoo account, right? The Yahoo page. You had these white people like, how dare him? We think he's going to Africa.
Yeah, that's Stormfront Light.
Yeah, and so they're like, I'm like, what do you care if he says he's out of America? Well, good going. I can help us pack his bags and whatnot. And Black people think they're gonna go to Africa and whatnot. They ain't got nothing. They don't realize that as Africa's opening the door to us, we got options. You know, they want to see. Their whole thing is they're so arrogant. They want to be able to dominate over us, brutalize us, and then we say, you know something, we're ready to part ways. You can't do that. You ain't going nowhere. You're not going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
They'll say that's what it is. When they realize that you're talking, like I said, you know, this is the opening stages of the divorce proceedings.
Mm-hmm.
This is a divorce. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Now we're the white man's bitch in America. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's held us captive here, beating us and whatnot, raping us. They're like that. We're the wife. You know, we're the abusive wife.
Mm-hmm.
Where a black man has signed himself as the white man's wife. You know what I'm saying? In this country. You know what I'm saying? And always saying this. You know, I'm tired of being somebody's bitch. We're not white man. It's time for us to part ways. Or you can look at it like this: we're adults now. We've grown up, and maybe this town ain't big enough for the two of us. Maybe this country ain't big enough for the two of us. We're not gonna bend and sway. You're not gonna sway us one bit. We're not gonna bow to you. We're not gonna salute you. We're not gonna salute any of that stuff like that. This is time for a divorce. So I remember last week, who was it? Duke of York said to me, he's in the chat room now.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, Colin, you could divorce yourself right now." No, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm going to divorce myself, but I'm taking my people with me. You can go by yourself. You know, no, man. You're not getting off that easy.
Right.
You're not getting off that easy. Bottom line is this: we're going to spread the message. This is the age of the divorce. You know, and the divorce means Black Hollywood better start getting that. We need more Wakandas. You know what I'm saying? Yes, let's think beyond white people. What were we before we had white people? We had the Mali Empire. Let's make a movie about that. Everything has to be before and after. And there's also stories of Black America, like the Great Trail of the West, like places like Nicodemus, Kansas, and stuff like that. How come no one talks about that story? Of Black people trekking to the West and everything like that.
Because we can't. We only have one positive movie every.
No, I'm talking even write the dang book. I wrote a book, Journey to the Promised Land. It's about the Exodus of 1878 from Charleston, South Carolina to Liberia. It's called Journey to the Promised Land.
Hold up, Mazar. How you doing, brother?
Peace. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear.
What's up, brother? What's up, brother?
What's up, Kyla?
What's going on, brother?
What's up? You hating again, man?
I don't hold it. Oh, yo, check this out. Yeah, this is how me and Hold Up does it. If you understand me and Hold Up, man, we go back many years, right? You know, like when he does some of his videos, right? And I know sometimes he could say I know who he's talking about me. I know he's talking about me. And I'm like, and I'll be like, he said something, I'm like, oh man, that hurt. I'll be like, oh shit, that hurt. He go, I'll be like, something I say. He's like, see, when dudes do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh man, hold up, man. You didn't have to do that. That hurt, man. Oh man. So, but that's my brother. I love him, man. He's like,
love you too, man.
So we're in this, we're in this fight to the end, brother. know.
No doubt.
So what's on your mind, brother?
Nah, man. Did you check out the last video I did?
Oh no, I haven't. We got ready on the show, and I haven't chance. I saw the link to it. I haven't had a chance to look because I was preparing for the show. So about
Yeah,
the turn, the shit,
the thing that I've been thinking about just recently and lately is this. I'm not I'm disappointed in the level of the intellectual discourse amongst the people that's supposed to be claiming to be about blackness and wokeness or whatever the fuck they want to use.
Who in general?
Just across the board. It's like, thank God you are in existence, brother. Thank God you're in existence. It's not too many people out here talking about nationhood, talking about land, infrastructure, Africa, relevant information. Which what I'm getting a lot of is a lot of just rehashed topics for the past 10 years on YouTube.
Oh, the black, let me guess, the black woman is God. We as Hebrew Israelite Mos. Yeah.
Interracial dating, what else? The homosexual agenda, what else? What's going on? Perms versus weaves, light skin versus dark skin, which fill in the blank celebrity said this about that. It's just, come on. Can we start talking about some important shit, like some structural issues, some systems analysis?
Yeah.
Let me get in that discussion and let them Wendy Williams and Steve Harvey handle that other shit.
Hey, Kayla, Cohen Davis says, I don't know if Kayla's going to make it a nationhood with that cough.
Oh yeah, please.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, that's funny. But check this out. But check this out. I was saying like this. I was about the announcement about the Black Panther, right? Now, Holub and I both knew, right? This was coming when the Black Panther came out. You know what I'm saying? Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
When you're the psychology of Negroes, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, a book of Negroes, there's a psychology of Negroes, right? They're going to be Negroes that for some reason, strange reason, I've had this one dude do a video, it was like 2 hours long, about the Black Panther, about some conspiracy about the Black Panther and all stuff like this, you know, and all this kind of crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying, over a freaking movie. You know, over a movie.
Kala.
Yeah.
Anybody that has not read the source material, if you have not read the Black Panther comic book, I don't want to hear shit about what you have to say.
They know
because you don't know what
the
the fuck you talk. First of all, Eric Killmonger is a C-level villain in Marvel. C-level, unimportant, irrelevant. The only reason why he has any relevant now is because of Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan portrayed that character really good.
Yeah, and he knew,
and the writers gave that character some depth.
Take and another thing, it came at the right time.
Within the context of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Black Panther was just a story leading up to Infinity War. Infinity War was their big culmination.
Yep.
So it wasn't all about Black Panther. See, what it is that people who just came in and just knowing who the Black Panther is when they just saw the movie,
right?
They got their own analysis. It's like this whole thing about, this is my favorite, the white man's gonna invade Wakanda. Do you know anything about Wakanda in the comic books? You got aliens from other planets that tried to invade Wakanda. Wakanda is where you go to die. Nobody invades Wakanda, especially the white man. And to this day, the white man has not invaded Wakanda in the comic books. So what are you talking about?
They don't understand that the movie has to follow the comic book script. You know, they don't understand that. You know, the movie has to follow.
He had to open up the world because he had to let the Avengers into Wakanda so they can fight Thanos. That is all a part of the story. Yep. But if you don't know that and you're trying to apply this to like some real-time nation situation, you're an idiot. Read the fucking source material.
You know, it's just ridiculous. What about the fact that even though Killmonger, I think Michael B. Jordan was, Ryan Coogler was smart, right? He basically knew. Okay, let's deal. I guess because listening to Blog Talk Radio, there's a lot of discussion going on between Africans and African Americans. Now, get this. This is very important. Listen to this. There is no dialogue that Mr. Holt and I know in the mainstream media that's dealing with Africans and African Americans. Nothing. You know, no Liberia, African American history in Liberia, the AME Church in South Africa, whatever it is. The fact that you got African American business, even that show Blacks Without Borders, and I think it played on Showtime once.
I seen it. Black
I think it played on Showtime once.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, but I'm saying on television, it played on Showtime once. So therefore, the whole idea of African Americans and Africa even knowing each other at all is ignored in the major. You won't see the Time magazine. Anytime they do talk about it, it's something negative. Africans think this. African Americans think this. They don't talk about the whole.
Actually, they don't talk about it at all. So they don't even
if they do mention it, like I said, the rare occasion they do mention, Africans don't like this and African Americans don't like this. When they talk about, African Nigerians are seated, African Americans, blah blah blah, it's always something negative, right? But on my shows, hold up shows, everything like that, and all the stuff shows that we do on the internet, we're always engaging Africans on Facebook, all stuff like that, and they know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You notice that the main people always saying that Africans don't do this, and Africans is people that don't know shit about Africa.
Don't know a goddamn thing. Goddamn thing. Everybody clowning me on my cough. Anyway, check it out.
I hope you get better, man. What's going on?
I know what it is heat. We got heat. We had like almost 100 degrees down here today. And somehow we had rain the other day. I got rained on, outside. Rain just came down. And I think I might have to take some cough. So I hate taking this stuff, but I might have to take some cough syrup when I get off tonight.
Brothers, can I just speak on something? Because this is something that's been really irking me for the past few days.
What's that, bro?
I'm tired of deep niggas.
I am too.
I really am. I'm tired of, and I spoke to somebody, one of my friends today, and I was saying, and I don't want to pick on this. I don't want people to think that I'm picking on this movie series or whatever, because I'm not. I'm just making a point. Mm-hmm. Hidden Colors, right?
Yeah.
Tariq.
Whatever was up to now. It's basically the same thing. But you go through showing me how the white man controlled from a socioeconomic and political level. The white man is in control of everything on a national level, local, international, global. And you throw all of this at the listener who's listening to all this information. You're telling me how he's affecting the food, he's affecting the medical industry. You go through a laundry list of ways in which the white man is in control of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then at the end of your video, when you get to the solutions, your solution is, all right, go out there and be black, nigga. Good luck.
Buy my video. Tell somebody else,
Like, so then if that's your solution, what the fuck do I need you for?
Check this out. You know what that is? Remember you were saying, I'll let you have the honor. The white man is what?
Thanos.
The white man's Thanos.
He got the Infinity Gauntlet. He got all the jewels. He can do anything. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows
Santa Claus.
Been bad or good.
It should be good for goodness sake, but
that's the thing that's killing me. It's like people who follow these people will say to me, there's nowhere that you can go to escape white supremacy. So then my question is, then what the fuck am I listening to you for?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Your whole message is you can't win. That's your message. Your message, and you think that by you saying you can't win, that's a drop the mic statement. Like, oh damn, I'm deep. I just killed it.
This the debate between Tariq and Jared Taylor was the most embarrassing. I'm glad the Black Panther came out after that, because that took my mind. That took my mind for that, because that was the most embarrassing debate. I was like, because first I thought Tariq had something.
And you know what was funny, Kala? The funny part is that his own followers didn't know that he got owned. That's how delusional that they are.
They were like, man, Tariq
he told the white man in that debate that, because the white man basically told him, well, damn, since you're saying that this white man is so evil in America, wouldn't it make sense for you to get your own land and your own country? That's what the white man said to him. And he told the white man, well, if we get it, you're going to invade and take over the resources.
And
so
the guy said,
where can we go in the planet to escape white supremacy?
He's like, yeah, go ahead.
The white man said to him, well, then I guess you're out of luck.
Yeah, you guys just out of luck, man. And so he got a white supremacist saying, dude, get some land for your own. Build something. Protect it. Do what I do. You know what I'm saying? See, this is why.
And these delusional Negroes was on there talking about how he owned the white dude, how he won the debate. I'm like, what debate was you listening to?
Bro, I was listening to that, and most of the people were like, the non-Tariq fans are like, man, I'm so done with this dude. Hey, check this out. Earlier tonight, I don't know if you were listening. Diane was talking about somebody said the black man's not ruthless. That's perfect. Tariq should have been like, yo, look, this is the situation. We were brought here. We were led into integration, but I think now it's time for us. Yes, I think we're capable of building a nation of our own. If you could do it, we could do it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we could do it, stuff like that. But Tariq has been on record, right? Every time you talk about building a nation or even doing business in Africa, he goes over there. No, see, Africa's fucked up. Yo, we can't come over here. This, that, and the other thing. So, Negro, the only thing you want us to do, Tariq, is buy your videos. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tariq, Tariq
are y'all looking at the chat room?
Yeah.
Do you see this idiot Duke of York? Where did they get these idiots from?
I have no idea, man.
First of all, you jackass. Let me address this whole point about well, you can't run, so you have to fight it here. Well, when you gonna start, nigga?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where's this imaginary fighting that you doing here in this country? You know, I'm so fucking tired of you niggas, man.
I know. Hold on.
You ain't doing shit.
Hold on. You gotta say something. These Negroes say that they said they're gonna rise up. You know what I'm saying?
What they gonna do, Gallo? What they gonna do?
What's the time frame? What's the time frame on this rising up?
And we've been saying that for years. I've been waiting for the rise up for years. And
this is another thing. This Duke of York jackass. Since this is your country, and all these Negroes out here who say, "Well, this is our country." Well, nigga, do you know that there's a government entity in your country collecting taxes right now?
Yeah, not old taxes. What
are you doing about it?
And don't pay those taxes. See what they do to you.
Where's your government entity that's collecting taxes on the people that live in your land?
And we don't have no say so about where the taxes
Mark Ballard,
go to.
you a coon too, idiot.
All these cowards, man. The whole thing is cowards. The bottom line is they won't see nothing outside of America. You know what I'm saying? We should have been globalized decades ago.
Coonery is ownership. Ownership is now turned into coonery, and being the white man's bitch is what you a real down nigga if you're doing that.
Yeah, you know, Thanos, the white man's Thanos. You don't play that video, hold up. If you got the share, the share, do you not do the screen share on your Google thing? You not do the share thing? You play that. That'll be a great for the show right here.
Yeah, well, I mean, we really don't have to because the basic premise is the white man is all powerful. There's nothing that you can do. Anywhere you go, if you go to Mars to establish nationhood, he's going to invade Mars and take over the Martian resources. So your whole message is you can't beat the white man, and then you want people to support you, and you delivering that message for what? Why, if it's so impossible to establish nationhood and so impossible for black folks to have some shit that their own, then why are people listening to you? Why don't they just go out, live their life? And if they're a coon or they not a coon, what difference does it make? We're still living under the white man.
Hey, hold up, would you debate Tariq? I hate doing, but I don't want to do no damn debate.
No, you know what? It wouldn't be a long debate because my whole thing is this. This is the question that I have to anybody. Do you believe that black folks should have their own? Yes or no? I don't want to hear this excuses. Because it's a real simple question. Should we have our own or should we live under the white man and try to fight for equality within his system? If you answer that we have to live with the white man and fight for equality within his system, the debate is over. There's nothing for us to talk about.
Yeah, it's over. There's nothing else to talk about. And like I said, how can you go after that? You know what probably what it is. This I think, and not picking on Tariq and everything because he does a lot of stuff that I like. He should focus on the entertainers. That's what he's good at. You know what I'm saying? The Issa Rae, stuff like that. I think ever since this, what we call that debate with Jared Terry, I haven't really heard him talking about natural stuff since then. You know what I'm saying? He's been focused on Hollywood and everything. That's what he's probably good at. Like a Vice column and all this stuff. He can basically rein in some of these toxic feminists and everything like that, and these fools out there in Hollywood. So like that's good for him. You know, agree or disagree, whatever. That's good for him.
Yo, Kyle, I don't want to interrupt you, but I noticed that most of the black folks if you put the question and frame it like I did, say we need to get our own. Look at the chat room.
Yeah.
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You're basically, people that's fighting against us are saying that no, we don't need our own. We need to stay here in the white man system and fight with him.
But check this out. Let me ask
This
that.
Batman versus the Joker relationship that we got with white folks.
Check this out. And you know something?
This is a battle that's supposed to continue forever, perpetually, and we ain't never supposed to have some peace, have something of our own.
I know. Check this out. It's somebody says culture first. Yeah, we got a culture. You know what the culture is? The culture is I want a nation of my own. This and we're gonna build it. And to do that, right? And to do that, we'll create a culture. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a culture where you're basically living for somebody else. Right now, we have a culture
first. You know, I don't want to go in on. So I just want to know, when you say culture first, what do you mean? Because I'm getting a different interpretation of what that means.
Let me say this: culture is what you do, not what you. It's not an abstraction. It's what you do. You know, a culture could change from country to country. You know what I'm saying? You live in one country where the country is dry, and you have to basically drill for water, and your water's scarce and everything. Certain plants can grow, certain plants can be cultivated every year. Your culture and how you interact with each other will change. You go
well,
to
my
another
question
culture,
is, Kala, where do they want to develop their culture? Maybe that's the better question. All right.
Yeah, how do you develop?
Culture comes first. All right, I'll give you that. Where do you want to develop this culture first at? Do you want to develop it in your enemy's land, or do you want to develop it in your own context, your own land?
Here's a problem, brother. Here's a problem. When we develop the culture in America, we stay slaves. And this is what we're saying. This is what I want to get to. We have basically created a culture that arrested our development, right? We rely on white people for everything. You know what I'm saying? We almost like, it's like I was watching this one video of a 3D printer. Now they got 3D printers that could build the stuff that you seen. That did we put that in the BL STEM group? Also, if you guys go to Facebook and the Ning site right here, we have our Ning site. We have a STEM group: science, technology, engineering, math. We've got some dynamite things. The stuff that we come across, the technologies out there today, but we don't see black people in this. Now we're going to benefit from this eventually, right? But black people always rely on white people for the latest technology, everything like that. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. People don't understand why we call ourselves the Black African Infrastructure Organization. That road that you drive on costs millions of dollars to make. That telephone pole that you see and everything, somebody's paying for that, right? Somebody said, if you think the white man is going to build these roads, these sewer systems, everything, and they're going to share that with you, that you got some sort of stake in this and everything outside of his power structure, you are sadly mistaken.
Bottom line, I'm going to bottom line this, man. I'm going to put it as simple as you can possibly put it. Black folks are suffering from Stockholm syndrome and battered woman syndrome. They have all of the symptoms of Stockholm syndrome and battered, because everything is centered around the place that you're being abused at. And if somebody comes to you and offers a suggestion of actually getting out of the place that you're being abused at, you react with hostility toward it. That's all it is. It's Stockholm syndrome.
Yep.
And this whole thing about this is not the white man's land. It's the white man's land because he is taxing everybody that lives on this land.
Check this out. He's the white man's land because he's the one that's running the shit.
You know, it's so stupid. It's like if a dude steals your coat in your neighborhood and he's walking around the neighborhood with your coat on, don't you seem like an idiot telling everybody, yo, that was my coat?
That was my coat at one time.
Yo,
that was my coat at one time.
I know he's wearing it right now, but he ain't rocking it right. I used to, when I wore it, I used to rock it like this. Don't you sound like a fucking idiot?
Yeah, like I said, man, the bottom line is this. You know, we got a lot of coons in this chat room over here. They're like, oh, well, this, that, the other thing. The bottom line is this. You know, it's like this. Let me put it to you like this. What we're saying is this. This is like I said. We even said there's a compromise. You know what I'm saying? There's a compromise, right? Those of us who feel that in addition to what we have, I don't even say how it's a compromise because there's no great Black America anymore. I mean, every last single area in Black America is falling to the pits.
Anymore.
I was saying, no, I mean, at one time we did have working class in a Rust Belt. We had working class neighborhoods from Pittsburgh, Detroit, and Gary, Indiana. All that's gone. You know what I'm saying? And you got nothing but crime, poverty, everything in these cities and everything. And the whole thing is this: you're being disingenuous when you tell me, because I'm like this. We're forward thinking for our people. You know what I'm saying? We have to expand globally. We have to have an infrastructure of our own. We
Oh,
in our industry.
Collar, you're using too much common sense. The brother needs to get the Duke of York on the show because he can probably recruit more people with his nonsense than we could ever do with our common sense. All they got to do is just hear his thoughts and opinions on what the solution is, and they'll be running to the BAIO.
Yeah.
Give that brother a mic.
The BAIO is about land, infrastructure, nationhood. And the whole thing is this: I'll even compromise. What if we said on a global scale, right? The global scale, we only want a few thousand square miles, right? Where we could build, because it's already the plan's already making. You guys can talk all you want. It's already being worked on right now. This is going to happen. So whether you sit here in the chat room or like that, it's going to happen whether you like it or not. It's going to be one more thing that you Negroes have no power over to stop. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we got to be more ruthless. I'm ruthless, right? Negro, you don't like it? Guess what? It's going to happen anyway.
I got
You know
news for you.
And you're going to learn to like it.
People saying they will never spit on their ancestors who built everything in this country. You've already spit on them because you're not gaining any power in this country.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
You're spitting on them, and you continue to spit on them.
They use that as an excuse to stay right where they are, so they can swirl, so they can chase white girls.
That's what I'm. You know,
that's all.
If you really want to honor your ancestors,
they want to be an American.
Wait, hold on, Colin.
Wear your red, white, and blue flag.
Colin, hold on a second.
American
Hold on 1 second. I just want to say this: if you're really honoring your ancestors, and you really are about it, like you say you about it, when is this gonna start? Because all I'm hearing, every time I hear people talk about this is our country, we was here first, that's all I really hear. Are you going to build a dirt road in your country? Are you going to control one highway? How about collect some taxes from the people that live on the land?
What about tolls? I mean, I love toll booths. I would love to set up my own toll booth somewhere, but I guess that ain't happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can you start up a black toll booth?
Yeah.
When are you going to do something in this place that you saying is yours? And how do you feel about the fact that there's a government actually controlling your land? There's a government called the United States government that's controlling your land. What are you going to do about that?
They got police that knock you upside the head when they shoot you anytime they want to.
At Waffle House. And
Waffle House. And whatnot, you know?
In the parking lot. After you work out.
This is my land. Like I said, you sound just as silly as somebody who got their coat stolen and they walking around pointing to the dude who got it on saying that that's my coat.
Yeah, like I said, bottom line is, the BAIO, man, we're ready to fight for this, what we believe in. You know what I'm saying? Because we know the ultimate goal. And just like I said, we got people on the ground in Africa. You know, this is happening. Global, I mean, real people that look at this say, yeah, this is time for us to build. Let me say this. Do you understand what having a state on the African continent that basically, that even if not let's say everybody goes, but psychologically, but you don't even want to be psychologically free. You don't want to be psychologically. You want to be slaves, so you have an excuse to get on your head and stick your head up the white man's ass and when I look out of his nose. You want an excuse to stay in bondage.
Yo, Kyla.
Yeah, bro.
You know what's funny? There's Negroes that actually are saying, I don't want to go. You can't make me go. Like, who don't want you?
We don't want you to go. We're saying those of us who are going to go and those of us who are going to build and everything, that's future generations. The main people haven't even been born. They're in kindergarten right now.
Who told you that who told anybody that doesn't want to be in Africa? Who told you that you're being forced to go to Africa? That's what I want to know.
They don't want anybody else going because they want to sit here and kiss up to the white man, say, look, we got the Negroes under control. See, the whole thing is like when Mel Reynolds said that he was going to Africa, white people were losing their minds. Well, I hope he got a passport.
You are not going to take over any land in an African country. You're absolutely right, because we have no intention of doing that.
We're not taking over land. You know what I'm saying? We're going to build, you know what I'm saying? And we will have land that we're the majority of. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, our biggest problem, man, just across the board, is just one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Hello? 1980s that we keep repeating over and over and over again. Nobody wants to be a progressive thinker. It's like these topics, you can go back.
Hold on, we keep going out.
Topics being discussed now that were discussed 10 years ago.
Yeah. But thanks to the internet, this idea of nationhood is being discussed on a larger scale.
What did Black Panther make, like $1.3 billion worldwide?
Yeah. So what does that tell you? The idea of black people do like the idea of a Wakanda. Today at the commencement, Chadwick Boseman, like they all did the Wakanda thing. Smart people are ready for something. They're saying, tell me something. You know what I'm saying? Black people looking at Rwanda right now, Kigali, beautiful city, future, better looking than any American city. This is happening on African soil. We want to build the continent. You know what I'm saying? We want a future. We want trading partners. If you don't even live there, wouldn't you like to have some place to trade with, like the Chinese do? The Japanese have Japan, that they have manufacturing base. Don't you want a base of operations outside of America? You don't even want to build anything. So you're disingenuous when you get up here and try to diss us because you ain't serious about building anything. You're a bunch of freaking clowns.
I don't know if you guys have touched on this, but I think that when you say going back to Africa, people seem to be under the impression that we're talking about some mass exodus of 44 million black people back to the continent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not talking about no mass exodus.
We're talking about, basically, when we talk about
we want our best
the African continent, we're talking about a base of operations. We already know that the vast majority of black folks is going to stay in America. That's not even a problem, really.
We want our engineers. We want our scientists. We want our best and bright. We want our workforce. We want our labor force. We want our engineers, our best, our lawyers, our scientists, our industrialists.
But Kala, how are you going to get land? Because we got land here in America. Oh, sorry.
The thing is, in Africa, the Africans always tell me all the time, I got African government telling me all the time, man, that's all y'all need, land? Oh, we got plenty of land. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We just have, when you look at a chat room like this, and you got people in the chat room who don't like nature, so why are you on the nationalist platform?
There's another idiot in the chat room called Sadiku Anubu. Anybody know that fool?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, this guy is talking about people hiding their face, and his icon is some goddamn like camera or something.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you show your face, you bootlicking nigga?
It takes out. You can go to Facebook. You see my Facebook profile. You can go on.
Yeah, I'm not hiding. Anybody's on my Facebook. They see me plenty of times. They see me on my Instagram. Click on my profile. Go to my Instagram profile and go to my Facebook. I'm not hiding from nobody. You niggas is the one that's hiding because you have no solutions. You're a bunch of clowns.
Hey, Dinus, can you put our social name site up there?
I'm gonna do that right now, and then we'll go ahead and close out.
Yeah,
well.
Yeah. Hey, good show. 2.5 hours, man.
Excellent show.
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
Excellent show.
Brother, is it possible to have me, you, Kala, and Minister Dawood on the show?
Yeah, that's fine. We can set it up. It's just we probably gotta do it on Saturday. I know when I got Kala, I already know it's gonna be a 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. I haven't even got all the stuff I want to say out, man.
I know you have. I trust me. I know you have it.
Duke of York. I don't think I'm smarter than the billion Africans there. I think I'm smarter than you. I think you're an idiot.
What is the word about for it? Hey, wait to the day when it comes and says, okay, we got a done deal. This is the territory. We got the map, everything mapped out. African host country says, yeah, it's a go and everything like that and everything. I wonder what they're gonna say. They're gonna go, no.
If there's a plane taking off, they're gonna get on the runway.
They're gonna be on the runway. No, don't go. That's what
Stay your black ass here in America and keep getting your ass kicked by the police. If that's what your desire is, and stay engaged in your Batman versus the Joker relationship with white people.
Yeah. Oh, he's I'm not gonna tell you.
Wake up, jerking off about white supremacy.
I'm gonna tell you. You'll know when it comes.
All right, cool. Everybody, what we'll do, we'll go ahead and close out. Brother Holofizzle, how can people get in contact with you if they want to reach out to you?
On YouTube, just type in Holipsism.
Holipsism, okay.
HOLIPSISM. And that's my name on all the social media formats. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, all of that. I'm not hiding like these bootlicking Negroes in the chat room.
In our Ning site. We got Ning site. We got the Ning site. We're the only.
We can do it right here, Negroes. These pretendians.
Check this out. We're one of the only groups out here that have our own independent platform that we pay for. And we had it for like 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? That we play for it. We're serious about this. And the BAIO is growing every day. You know what I'm saying? And so these clowns are out here talking about all this time. We're not just here on this same thing. We do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we are African-centered progressives and nationalists. We are not Captain America Negroes. We're not militant integrationists. We're not Black Power Americans. We're not situation radicals. We're not arbitrary activists. We're not conveniently conscious. We're not Facebook Indians. We're not Native American tweeters. We're not indigenous Instagrammers, and we're not pretendians. And we damn sure ain't no Stockholm having ass.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one, pretendian. That's a good one. That's a good one, pretending. And you know something? Hey, I want to say one.
Tariq did a show on that, pretending. I fuck with guys. By the way, I fuck with Tariq. I like.
Oh, Tariq. I'll mess with Tariq too, man. But that Jared Taylor thing, man, he was not a good look, man. Okay. I want to say one more last thing.
Last thing. We gotta go.
I was watching this thing on Custer's Last Stand. I was watching the battle.
Make it short,
stuff like that. Okay, make it short, right?
Brother gotta go.
Anyway, there was Native Americans and whatnot. The guys were talking about my ancestors and like that. None of them look like any Negroes I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? You know, they had the high ground. Black people have never held any ground in America. They'll show how they would do it. They had the high ground, and they surrounded Custer in the cut in the valley. He led him right into a trap. Black people never had no battle with no. The difference between the African and the Indian is they held ground. You know, they're indigenous. They held the ground. That's why they were win battles. You know what I'm saying? They beat Custer his last stand in Bighorn. Now, the bottom line is this. How can you be Instagram? You don't have no land, no anything like that. You indigenous. You know, why am I bringing that up, man? But like I said, that's not even worth doing a show on, you know?
They ain't doing nothing right here except getting their ass kicked. And on that note, peace, brothers.
All right, peace, brother. Peace, family. All right, y'all. Everybody, thank you just so much for joining us. Make sure you go to Search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Also go to Africa Personified on those same platforms. Make sure you go to dynastymirror.com, search for Uhuru.com. Go to Amazon.com, search your name Dynasty Mirror. Please buy a book. Until next time, everybody, I'll be back on tomorrow. Peace.